Matter of fact, I'm just sitting here shopping already. I'm looking down through the list of people. And the mock drafts and every year in the mock drafts, I always say, oh man, come on, they don't know what they're talking about. And they didn't last year. They had us getting that cornerback that the Browns picked up, which, by the way, is very good, actually. But this year, I'm looking at what's this guy's name? Vinny Liar. That's it. Lyer. Vinny Liar. Anyway, as I look down through here, and you're not going to take mocks so seriously, but the thing is, each and every year, except for last year, they're almost always right? Anyway, he says Nick Bosa, Ohio State, Arizona Cardinals. This is where a good pass rushing team in 2018 with one-and-done coach Steve Wilkes, thanks to another monster season from Chandler Jones. Arizona could fill plenty of other positions, but can't go wrong bookending Jones with Bosa, who has more disruptive upside than older brother Joey. Everybody says that. This is why I'm a little concerned with not getting Nick. I want to know, is he all that really? And then you go down to number 2, us. 49ers haven't gotten the desired result yet. I'm reading this. I didn't write this, okay? The 49ers haven't gotten the desired, this is the Liar saying this. The 49ers haven't gotten the desired, don't blame me. The 49ers haven't gotten the desired results from 2017, third overall pick Solomon Thomas, but they finally saw an explosion from 2016 7th overall pick DeForest Buckner. Although end is more pressing than tackle, it is hard to pass on Williams as another interior pass rush force to flank Buckner, especially given his massive frame, 6'4", 295, and Aaron Donald-like upside. What? And Aaron Donald-like upside? It makes you go, I've looked at clips of Quinnen, and, I've seen a lot of guys look out of control like that in the college ranks, and they come in, of course, and they don't look quite like that. By the way, Jonah Williams out of Alabama is also, this is interesting. Look out for him. The Jets are set to pick up Jonah Williams, offensive tackle out of Bama. The Jets will also use some edge rush help, but the theme of 2019 looks to be helping Sam Darnold turn the corner from promising rookie quarterback to sensational sophomore passer. His weapons are better than you think, and wideout is a reach here, so instead, they give him a smooth pass protector who also is big enough at 6'5" and 301 pounds to pave the way in the running game. Fam, I guarantee you Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are looking at Jonah Williams. Because they're going to look like this. They're going to say, if we can't pick up Nick, we're probably not all that interested in Quinnen Williams. I didn't know about Jonah Williams. DeMille, you got to give me reflect some light on Jonah Williams. I haven't seen him play yet. But if you put this kid in there now and let him get some work in, Joe Staley's probably gone. If we don't do well next year, Joe could hang him up next year on us. All right. And real quickly, I want to ask you about these guys too. Okay, you already know about Nick Bosa, but who is Rashawn Gary? Michigan. 6'5", 287. He runs a 5-second 40, but he's ranked number 2 by Walter Football. Gary has 43 tackles with 7.5 for a loss and 3.5 sacks. He missed 3 games with an AC, shoulder joint sprain. I don't know why he'd be listed number 2. Okay, on for him. Anyway, Cleveland Farrell is listed at number 3. I had no idea. Cleveland runs a 40 time of 4.77, and Nick runs a 4.75. But they say Cleveland has no real technique. Nick is the complete package. He has moves after moves after moves. So what are we going to do? Quinnen? Maybe hope the Cardinals don't go for Nick? And the thing about, the Raiders are supposed to be picking up. It seems like there's not a lot of people excited about Jalen. Not Jalen, but Joshua Allen. I was thinking, okay, if we're not going to pick him up, then we pick up Joshua Allen. The Oakland Raiders are probably going to pick him up. Josh Allen's considered an outside linebacker as well. Well, that's for some reason they've distinguished his outside linebackers from defensive ends lately. John Gruden and Mike Mayock, they're going to be singing return to the MAC if Allen continues his trajectory as a potentially dominant pro-edge pass rusher in the pre-draft process. Allen is loaded with moves to get to the quarterback and has the athleticism to help in second-level coverage. Greedy Williams, everybody's favorite quarterback, Tampa Bay might be sitting there to get him. All right, Dwayne Haskins, quarterback for the Giants. Jaguars want Greer. So everybody that you thought was going to be doing what they do. Cleveland Farrell goes to Detroit Lions because they probably had enough. And Buffalo Bills, Ed Oliver, whom everybody likes, will end up in Buffalo, according to this mock. It's interesting. All right. So anyway, fam, what 8B is back. Antonio Brown, it seems the truth was told yesterday, and we didn't get the whole story, right? Antonio Brown has completely pissed off the entire state of Pennsylvania. Here's the thing about Antonio. The stories he told are scary. I like him as a football player, but my God, he showed out like that. Were they mistreating him to the point where, I don't know, I'm actually scared of this guy. He was on the sideline. He actually threw a football, and Ben Roethlisberger on it. He was pissed because they didn't throw him the ball. And Ben was quoted saying, I don't have to throw the ball to him. Ooh. And Antonio was livid. Antonio started skipping practice. He became, man, Iverson is like, and Antonio were on the same page. I said, wow. He gets really upset, doesn't he? So is that going to be like, can we deal with that? What are the 49ers going to say to him when he first come in? Listen, Antonio, we think you're a fine football player. And we realize that you can do things for this team that nobody else we currently have can do. We really think that you can actually be all the missing piece in our offense to get us over the edge. What we can't handle is the fact that can you get a grip on that attitude? Well, I guess y'all ain't serious about Antonio Brown. I'll be on my way. Let me know when you're ready to talk serious. See, I don't know. AB is what? I don't know. So it's kind of a scary thought. Anyway, yeah. We'll see. That's it. Mark Lasilito says, I was right, Ty. Jonah Williams or Greedy Williams. And Richard Ray Archuleta, hey, hello from Seattle. Keith Harrison, look up W-E, Preston Williams, a wide receiver, I guess. All right. Preston Williams next, Julio. I got a feeling, if he's a second or third round pick, 49ers are not, I promise you, they are not going to get a wide receiver in the first round. Devil's Son, let's go. 549. Nation, we need Cody Parkley. Game for Life 07, there he is. Jose Moreno. Hi, guys. Today is my B-day. Wait, Jose, let me. Red Zone, Goal 49. There he is. He said again. What are they talking about? Ray Histo, what's up? And Christian say, who do you think is most likely to come to San Francisco, AB or Earl Thomas? Earl Thomas? If you're going to go between the two of those guys, it'd be Earl Thomas, Because I got a feeling that there's going to be a lot of people that go after AB, but I got a feeling he's going to scare some teams, and I think the 49ers might be one of them. Because we distribute the ball. We don't have people complaining about give me ball, give me ball, give me ball. if AB is leaving Pittsburgh for that reason, do you pick him up and tell him we'll give you the ball all you want? Please don't get mad. But then again, you got George Kittle wants him. So George might say, if you don't throw me the ball, I'm fine. Let's just win. So it could be that kind of attitude. Understand that Earl Mitchell is being romanced by Marquise Goodwin, too. But that would figure, right? Marquise probably doesn't really feel like he needs to see no AB. RO, it's safe to say we will not be taking this kicker from the Bears. It is so safe. Pecky. It's just Pecky. Oh, God, he really. Woo. Yeah. Anyway, fam, let's. It's Jock's birthday, too. Who do I do first? Jose Moreno? I guess I got to do twice. It's not. Okay. Jose, are you ready? Happy birthday. There it is. Happy birthday to Jose. Happy birthday, Jose. Happy. Niners birthday to Jose. Happy birthday, Jose, man. You got to make a note. Like, who was that? Ian? Was that Ian or somebody called you? Hey, Ronbo. Hey, give me happy birthday, man. But don't just give me a shout out, man. Don't sing happy birthday. All right. So, hey, let's go to the phone and check out Jock.
Ronbo, what's up, baby boy?
Jock, man, I'm checking out, man. I'm looking through the mocks to see if anybody's going to say the Cardinals ain't going to take Nick. Everybody says the Cardinals going to take Nick. And everybody said the 49ers may not be satisfied with Solomon T. They will pick up Quinnen Williams out of Alabama, reminding people of Aaron Donald to put next to DeForest Buckner. What? We gonna go get no.
Yeah, if we picked up William, man, we straight. You know what I'm saying? We get that dude, man, we straight.
Because there's other edge rushers, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not too crazy about Bosa. I mean, I was just looking at his brother. Yeah. I was just looking at his brother earlier, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. He okay, but he ain't that you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Could Nick be getting overhyped, Jock? Could he be getting overhyped? Could he get more love than he's supposed to get?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, I don't see why all that hype about him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because I got a feeling that edge rushers are such a premium these days. If you can get one, he can make the difference between winning and losing. But Khalil Mack lost today, and that's the best edge in the league. Well, he may not be the best.
Because if you look at it in the free agency, I mean, we're gonna need some wide receiver, and I'm looking at Golden Tate. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be a free agent. You know
Is Golden gonna be a free agent?
Yeah, Golden Tate is gonna be a free agent. You got Terrell Williams also is gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? So, and then. Now, Ronbo, let me ask you this, man. You got a Damarcus Suit that's going to be a free agent. Would you take him?
No. He ain't did jack. He ain't doing nothing. Aaron Donald's out there the whole show. I am not crazy about the Damarcus Suit. And no way he's going to pay him what he asked for. I'm telling you, Hey, by the way, Jock, if you're looking at wide receivers, by the way, I just want to mention this, though. Okay, I'm looking at J.J. Nelson, Kendall Wright, Larry Fitzgerald, Justin Hardy, John Brown, Deontay Thompson, Kalen Clay, Kelvin Benjamin, who Yao Ming is going nuts about, Demir Bird, Devin Funches. Ooh.
I think to me, Fitzgerald's gonna retire as a Cardinals. You know, he ain't
I
gonna go
agree.
nowhere.
Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
Randall Cobb is going to be available. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of wide receivers.
So
Josh Gordon is.
you rather take Ezekiel Ansah quicker than Adamakisu?
Wait, who'd you say?
Ezekiel Ansah. Ezekiel.
No.
I think
No.
last year we were pub on them.
Yeah, I know, but he was on the IR this year too, from what I understand. I can't confirm that,
Yeah.
but I heard he was on the IR again. Hey, he cannot avoid that. It's the way he plays, I guess. I don't know. Oh, Jermaine Kearse is available as a wide receiver too. I don't know what's going on, Ziggy. He'd be awesome if he could just stay on the field.
You know who I'm shocked. You know who I'm shocked also is gonna be a free agent. Mike Upati. Remember he used to be with us.
Ayupati was on the edge of being done when he was with us. He's a good run blocker though. He might still be.
Yeah.
So I don't really know about him. Darius Hayward-Bay is available. All these wide receivers are Michael Floyd. He has a lot of problems though.
But Ronbo, you know who? There's two guys. You know, I hope Niners goes after. It's Earl Thomas and Tyron Lue Matthew.
Tyrann Mathieu? Yeah. I just read an article on him. We can forget about him, and we can probably forget about also Clowney.
Yeah.
They said after the Texans had that exit, you can pretty much figure that Matthew and Clowney will be priority one to re-sign in Houston. Well,
really?
It could be
Oh,
speculation. They're just thinking. They're just talking. They don't know. They guess.
Yeah. Yeah, but I have a feeling our boy Richard might bring Earl Thomas back. You know what I'm saying?
He's
Earl
gonna
Thomas
try.
is out there.
Yeah, he's gonna try.
Yeah. You know, the same way Kittle trying to recruit. I think Richard is doing his own thing too. You know?
And Marquise Goodwin is in his ear as well. So, the 49ers, they're going to have a sit down. This can be almost guaranteed, But Jacques, we're going to go ahead. Hey, Monday Night Raw is back, by the way, Jacques. Spend your evening talking 49 football tomorrow night.
Okay.
All right. See you tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right. Be looking for you, too. All right, fam.
All right, man. Have a good night, man.
You too. Thanks.
All right.
Because, ain't no telling what's going to develop tomorrow afternoon, man. Because if the 49ers, man, this is that time of year where anything may break. What is crazy, sometimes these rumors pick up steam and they start rolling. And then first thing you know, here we are. Keith Harrison, look up Preston Williams. Oh, we did that one. Somebody else said that, unless it's somebody else. Yeah, but check out Preston Williams, Keith. Thanks. Ross Dobbs, Cody Parkey is the GOAT. I don't know how he misses the same way every time. He's got to beat up on the goalpost. Clowney in the draft. Jorrell Big. There's news that Gould may feel uncertain about returning to San Francisco, so his family will just stay at the Chicago area. Jorrell, really? Really? If we don't have Gould, we got a problem. Is Robbie's contract up already? Yeah, we only had a 2-year deal with us. Maybe Robbie thinks just in case he doesn't get re-signed. Because Robbie gets re-signed, no doubt about it. Coach Tim says Nick Bosa will be the first pick because he's the best overall edge in college. But having us pick Gary is just stupid. He's got limited production at defensive end and more of a 3-4 defensive end. to me. Gary? Is Gary the guy I was looking at a minute ago? That I was trying to figure out why is he Rashawn Gary. Yeah, Coach, I don't know right with Sean Gary. Walter Football lists him as the second highest prospect. I don't think so. Nobody even talks about this guy. So I don't think he's more of a 3-4 defensive end. Yeah, I don't think that something's wrong there. I don't know why they put him in this list. Curtis McLeod says, watch the championship game tomorrow. Quinnen Williams will be playing. You know what? I've seen highlights of Quinnen anyway. I know he's good. But I just thought he wasn't the priority for the 49ers, so we'll see. CA2 NYC. What's up? He said, I hope we get Allen over Bosa. Allen looks like he gets dropped back in coverage if needed. Yeah, he's an OLB, which is probably one of the reasons why they don't look at him as a pure DE. But this dude, Rashawn Gary, I think this is like, when they're talking DE, they're talking about the big end, I think. Maybe they put them all in the same category. Okay. And Kevin Hernandez says, hey, on your boxers, we're going to pick up Antonio Brown and Earl Thomas. Playoffs! Oh, God. I'd be delighted. I don't get myself worked up for that because I can't imagine that happening. We pick up both Brown and Thomas? Yeah, you're right. Let's get ready to go to the Super Bowl, man. Because that's one of the most important positions on the field is your over-the-top safety. You going to pick up Antonio Brown for the offense? Hey, Cater! Or Carter. Carter! Hello.
Ronbo, what up, man?
Hey, man, just sitting back here contemplating the future, looking back and knowing we could have would we have beaten the Eagles or the Bears tonight? Next year this time, though.
Hey, I don't know. We played the Bears pretty tough, man.
I know, but the Eagles looked really good. I thought they were going to lose that game for a minute. The Bears, if they ever get a kicker, they're going to be tough.
Hey, they shouldn't have let gold go, man.
Okay, listen, from what somebody just said, Robbie's family's going to hang back in Chicago. He's not sure if he's coming back with the 49ers. Could Chicago be on the phone begging and pleading, Robbie, come home, man. Well, what do you want? We made a mistake. We'll pay you whatever you need. Just tell us you'll be back. And Robbie might be thinking about it or something. I don't know.
Oh, really? I seen the interview with Robbie Gold, man. He's really into what his family wants. So if his family wanting that, then he might just go back.
Ooh. Yeah. And Chicago looks like they're going to continue for the next couple of years, too. And they lost games because of that kicker. Oh, that makes sense. Damn it.
But
I hate to see
Robbie should have a house out there, though. So I think we'll push hard for him. We ain't gonna let him go.
I hope not. Get him to see reason, Robbie. We're just getting ready. Big things are about to happen. You're gonna leave now? I didn't know his contract was up.
Yeah. If we lose Robbie, there ain't no replacing him.
Nah, there's nobody out there like Robbie. We get a kicker like everybody else. We might miss, or he might make it. There's no sure bet here. Whoa. Man.
Ronbo, who you looking at in the draft, man?
Well, Cleveland Farrell, it sounds like he's going to be our only choice, but I'm not sure how I feel about him. And it seems that, man, I still think we probably should look at Josh Allen seriously because we don't need a horse out there. We just need a guy that's quick. And Allen gets there. Now, Rashawn Gary's out. Montez Sweat. Man, Montez has had a good year. And this guy, Jachai Polite, he's too small, but I understand he's a bad dude. And I don't want anything out of Boston College. Brian Burns just needs to go back to school. He's too small. But then you get down here to this dude from Louisiana Tech, And then I think he's got like a bunch of people think he's awesome, but there's just as many people think he's not. So I got to still look at some more film. I don't know. How about you? What do you
Well,
like?
I say, I like Nick Bosa. If Arizona passes on him, they're crazy, but hell, we'll take him up. I think Quinnen Williams is going to make his case from combine and stuff like that. I think he's going to impress some people, and you never know. They just might take him, and if they do, Bosa will fall right in our lap. If they wind up taking Bosa, I say trade back. Make a trade with Jacksonville, pick up a few more picks.
Yep.
And I think Cleveland Farrell will fall down to that 7 pick, and we can scoop him up. So we'll get more picks. We'll get Cleveland Farrell. He says he wants to be the next Alden Smith anyway. So
I know, right? And then it's interesting how he's picked Alden Smith.
Right. But the thing with Cleveland, man, he don't have he can't bend on the edge.
Oh.
And he's got crazy ball get off, but he just uses one move too much.
Yeah, and
he doesn't switch it up.
That's not going to work. You need to have some flexibility. You got to have some bendability. You got to have a little bit of technique. See, I think we can get plenty of those anywhere, So, yeah, I don't know.
Right. Hell, we might have one already on our team, Ronbo, in Contavious Street. I mean, have you watched that man's tape? I mean,
Contavious, but Contavious is this is why Quinnen Williams may not need to come because we have Contavious. So the 49ers are liable to just go ahead and look at him and be happy with him. We don't know what he's going to look like with that knee injury, but Contavious Street is a monster, which is one of the reasons why Bradley Chubb was a high draft round pick. So,
we'll see, Ronbo. Either way we go in this draft, I really don't think we can mess it up that bad. Because either way you go, you can either get Jonah Williams, a safe pick, just add more depth, and maybe a starter on the line, a beast in the tackle position.
Yep.
Or you pick Greedy Williams, or you get Devin White. I mean, there's a bunch of people out there.
Yep.
And they're all great.
Yep.
But I say if Nick falls, somehow Arizona don't pick him up,
you got to go for it.
So, yeah.
But if he doesn't fall, are the 49ers they're gonna bail on that pick, Carter? I think they are gonna trade it. But you know what?
I think so too.
Yeah. Carter, let me see tomorrow. As Monday Night Raw returns tomorrow night. All right?
Always, brother. I'm always here, bro.
Appreciate you, Carter.
Not a gang, not an empire. All right,
yeah.
Ronbo Nation.
All right, I'll take that. Because I ain't up to the empire yet. Thanks, Carter. Have a good night, fam. Oh. And let's go. Yeah, hey, Jarrell B, man, I gotta go get checked out. That's kind of worrisome. Because, the best chance to win is you got to have that clutch kicker. And Robbie is all of that. And they might like what they see in Chicago. Robbie might want to go back home. Damn it. Anyway, J-Ron says, tell y'all there will be a better edge rusher in due time later in the draft. Bosa won't be great. You don't take off a year in college and wreck the NFL. Don't work like that. Yeah, that's something to consider. And Big Show says, Clown was manhandled. Oh, Clowney was manhandled by Quentin Nelson. That whole hitting him. I was watching that and pancaked him one time. It was just really painful looking. So, yeah. But I think Quentin Nelson's he's gonna do that to a lot of people. So that's why I'm thinking maybe we need to get another offensive lineman. This guy maybe. Wow. Antonio Kidd says hit that like. I love me some likes, Antonio. You're right, man. Thanks. Niner Cygnus. Want to give a big shout out to the best show. Thanks, Niner Cygnus. Man. What some choices have to be made here. I'm hoping that if our people can find somebody like George Kittle. If they can find somebody like George Kittle and also find somebody like Fred Warner, they're going to have another big surprise for us this year. Hey, Lee, is that you? Lee?
Yo.
Yeah. Lee, there's some mysterious sounds coming from your phone. Come on in,
Oh,
man.
yo, what up, Ronbo? I was just trying to put my earpiece in on my work. Yo, what up?
Hey. Oh, man, we're just sitting there back here trying to figure out the 49ers are with their propensity to think opposite of what the fans think. What are they going to do next? And Quinnen has already entered the mock draft. Although it is early, and this is too early, the mock drafts to be really scared about are coming up next month. But what are you thinking here? What are we going to do in free agency?
Free agency, we got to go after our two biggest defensive needs, Ronbo, edge rusher and free safety, because if you look at the free agency, that's where the most talent is, and they're in positions that we really need, which is free safety and edge, You'd be crazy not to go after at least one of those edges, if not two. There's Brandon Graham. There's Trey Flowers.
Yeah.
Trey Flowers.
Trey is probably
Clowney and
not
Lawrence.
leaving. He's like the best guy they got in New England. But Bill Belichick is famous for letting great people go. You got to make him a deal, though.
Yeah, he doesn't like paying the big money, Ronbo, so I don't know. Like, he'd be silly to let him go, but then I heard a mock draft saying that don't be surprised if Bill Belichick doesn't re-sign him for the big money and goes after Jalen Ferguson.
See?
So,
I
and that's
saw
sort of
Jalen
things
Ferguson.
that he does, he replaces players there. Yeah.
We can
What did you
get
think of
Jalen.
him?
If Belichick takes him in the first round, but we could get Jalen. It seems Jalen may actually be available in the second round. So, and there's so many people listed ahead of him. He's like number 12 on the list. He's projected going to round 2 or 3.
Yeah. When I watch him on the field, Ronbo, to me, he's number 2. He's right behind Bosa. So that's why I said I'd rather trade back and get the extra second and then use that to get him, whether he's a late first or early second, like how we did with Foster in 2017. Or we traded up if we had to.
Yeah. This has got to be a
Because that
mistake.
way we can get our extra pick.
Yeah. He had 15 sacks.
Yeah,
23
he's one of those
and a
guys
half
that flies
tackles
under the
for a
radar,
loss. Huh?
He's one of those guys because he went to that smaller school that didn't pay him, he doesn't get all the hype. Like Josh Allen's getting all the hype now, and
Because he goes to
he
Bama.
had that big year.
Because he goes to,
Yeah. But I'm not sold on Josh Allen, Ronbo, and the reason is because you remember last year everyone wanted Harold Landry. And they said he'd be better as an outside linebacker, just like Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Remember, everyone was like, "No, let's use our 9th pick and get Landry." I was one of those people that was like, "No, that's reaching." Like, he didn't go to the second round. You know what I mean? And you're taking a bit of a risk moving him to this 4-3 scheme and expecting him to come up and get, say, 10 sacks, 8 sacks in his rookie year.
Yeah, see,
I think Landry only had 4 sacks. Yeah, so you imagine if we drafted Landry, he had 4 sacks this year and as an outside linebacker. Imagine if we had him in our scheme, which they say didn't fit him. Imagine he might have had 2 or no sacks. Like, that would have been another bad pick, and we can't afford to make a bad pick like we did with Solomon, 2 drafts ago. You got to hit those early picks, especially if it's a top 3, or move back and get a guaranteed guy that's best in his position, like whether it's one of those LSU boys, Devin White or Greedy.
There's a duo. Greedy and White. Man. So it's hard to see what direction they're going to take. And what is their priority? And what are they going to do? How much money are they planning on spending in free agency?
I think you got to at least go up to 2, because if you look at, we need a free safety too, Ronbo. We need edge, but the free safety, there's Tyrann Mathieu, Earl Thomas, Clinton Dix. I'm not sure if the guy on the Redskins is going to be there because he got picked up on waivers. He had a good year too. He was in line to be a Pro Bowler. But with that talent there, you got to go out and get it, I think, And then if you get it in free agency and you go into the draft not needing to go for those picks early, And because we've only got, 5 picks, right?
Yeah. And that's why you're almost assured that the 49ers, if they really want Bosa and they can't get him, they're not going to sit on that pick. So they're going to trade that. And they probably think they're not going to get that. They're probably going to have that trade done a week before they even get into the draft so they can get everybody to calm down. We're not going for Nick Bosa, Because they know everybody wants Nick Bosa. Just about every other person. There's a few people, there is a contingent that doesn't want him. But everybody's yelling Nick Bosa as if Nick Bosa is the Messiah. So,
Nah, when you looked at his film, what did you think, Ronbo? I thought he stood out. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like he's one of the ones. Him and then probably Jalen Ferguson to me stood out in our scheme. And it actually worked,
Yeah, he could definitely play. There's no doubt about it. Durability issues, does he have them? Every edge rusher seems to have durability issues, except for Von Miller, who never gets hurt, but everybody else seems to get hurt.
And so, him and Mac are just, they're like cyborgs.
Yeah, and Khalil Mack, exactly. Mack, Khalil got hurt 2 weeks before the season ended, right? 3 weeks, something?
Sure.
He did finally.
Nothing major, though.
Yeah, it wasn't serious. And it's never serious. These guys hurt people. They don't get hurt. So if you can find one of those guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you looked at any on the offensive side of the ball, Ronbo? That's like, because I want defense, I wanted it last year too, but I've been looking at offensive guys, and I think we really need that guard. And I think if we move back, like we were just talking about, if we used our other second-round pick, because that gives us two. If you got Ferguson and you got White, or you got Greedy and you got Ferguson, with that extra second, you could go and get the best guard, I think, in the draft, and that's Chris Lindstrom out of Boston.
Are you thinking guard or are you thinking tackle? Because if Joe's leaving soon...
Nah, guard.
Huh?
And the reason being is I think we have to go after tackle the following year. I think we need to go guard this year, Ronbo, because I think the middle of our offensive line is not good with Pearson. Richburg had a horrible season, Ronbo. If you check out his grading, he was only like...
Oh.
Yeah.
He had a hurt knee, though. Lee, we're out of time. Let's continue this tomorrow night, okay?
See you, Ronbo. Shout out to the Nine Empire, and thanks for everything you do.
Thanks, Lee. You have a great day, too. Yeah, so much to consider. That offensive line, do you get a guard? And the 49ers could up and get, because what Quentin Nelson did to Javen Clowney was just, it should have been illegal. Hey, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
Doing all right, James. I can't wait to see what we get. It's like Christmas coming up when you just look at free agency. And then a double holiday with the draft comes. But free agency is the one I want to see. And, boy, you got Marquise Goodman's even talking to Earl Thomas.
Well, you know something? I think Niner fans, first of all, let me say happy belated New Year to everyone. I didn't get a chance to wish you or the Niner Empire that, but happy New Year to everyone. But
thanks, James. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. Wake up and realize we are in a new year. And 3 years ago, Earl Thomas was one of the best safeties in the league. But do you want a player that in the last 2 seasons has broke the same leg at playing safety? If you do, you tell me, what do you think you're going to get out of him? 10 good games?
And then he's broke leg. Yeah.
Right, and another broke leg, God forbid. Now, I will say this much. I don't think we're gonna be able to get Bosa. I wouldn't mind seeing the Niners take him, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. I think Josh Allen might actually be better than Bosa, bro. I'm telling you that because Allen is 6'5", 260. Not only is he a great edge rusher, he's great in coverage skills. Now, we got a linebacker. I think his number is 51, named Malcolm Smith. Might have played in, just say, maybe 12 games in 3 seasons. And we gave him a pretty decent contract. Maybe 12 games in 3 seasons, and it's 16 games per season.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the difference, if we happen to go after Allen, then we can replace Malcolm Smith. We got a young linebacker that can grow. We're going to have to get another linebacker. Now, at the same time, the way I seen Clowney get hand whipped yesterday.
Didn't he get spanked?
Bro,
wow.
Listen, I'm going to tell you the truth, though. I don't think it's no offensive lineman that might be even good enough in the 3rd round compared to, like, Nelson. As well as McGlinchey. Okay, I'm just being real about it because yesterday Clowney was getting up. He had grass pieces in his nose, man.
Nelson is vicious.
I'm looking at him. He looking at Nelson like he want to tell the referee, "Hey, ref, you see the way he threw me down?" The ref is looking at him like, come on, clowny, you acting like a clown right now. You seen him how he just threw me in the dirt like that, man. I got dirt all in my nose, man.
And Nelson goes down with him. He doesn't throw him down on the ground.
Yeah.
Nelson takes him down and drops on top of him. That takes a lot of wind out of you. You know how tired that makes a man?
Listen, I'm gonna say this much,
Quentin
and you're
Nelson.
100% right.
Wow.
I don't think Jalon Ferguson is going to be there at even 12. Okay, I just don't. But now it's a toss up to me between him and Allen, because Allen is more than just explosive. Allen is ready right now for the NFL. Ferguson ready for the NFL coming from a small school. But I think they may need to take their money, what we got in cap space, go after somebody like possibly make a real push to get Tyrann Mathieu, because Mathieu has an ability to stay healthy. He's taking care of his body real well. Okay, and on top of that, he's a great player, and that's somebody that you can build a team around for years to come. I also think between maybe C.J. Mosley and maybe Anthony Barr, I don't know which one they would take. I think Mosley may be the better deal because Barr had a whole season out with a serious hamstring issue that kept him off the field.
I hate people with hamstring problems. They're always going to come back.
Yeah, he missed like 15 games that season, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know what you even take your time and put money and effort into a player like that. But Mosley is ready to go. They get Josh Allen, I can tell you this much. We have solidified that middle of the defense by those two players, and then happen to put Mathieu on the back end. Because what I know about football for the years I've been watching it, when you start signing free agents that are already hurt coming from other teams, you have to think of two scenarios. Number one is, as great as that player was for that team, why did they let him go?
I always worry about that.
and
always.
Two broken legs on the same leg in two individual seasons. So what are we going to be saying? Yeah, we got Earl Thomas at safety. Oh, really? When he getting on the field? Because that's basically going to be the story.
I wonder how serious, and I always wonder what Kyle and John are thinking. And Earl's going to be 31. I think that is of a concern too. So they're not going to be
Mathieu is only going to be 26.
Yeah,
he's going into his 5th year in the league. He got drafted when he was 21.
Yeah, I know. Well, James, as you know, our time is up. But listen, tomorrow night we'll be back, James. Let's see what happens between tomorrow and today, because every day is ain't no telling what's going to happen. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and stay out of the conversation about AB. Do we really want that diva on our team? And let's not forget Odell Beckham Jr. They divas in the same scenario.
I know.
You just got paid multi-millions of dollars, and now you want to turn your back on your quarterback and your coach? Come on, man. Leave that alone, man.
Yeah. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah. All
right, Thank you, Ronbo. Love what you do. Niner Empire, Niner for life, man. Thank you.
James. All right, fam. Yeah. If we wouldn't have read about these guys, AB sounds really frightening. He really gets mad. And Coach says, you bet Chicago's calling Gould's agent, but we got to lock him up if we can. Yeah. And it's going to be duel of who's going to pay the most. They got to do it. And Gould would be like priority one on top of the list. Because I doubt his family doesn't like the Bay Area. I mean, the weather's better, and they probably know a lot of people by now, because come on, if you're related to Robbie Gould, everybody loves you. And Okie Niner says, tell you, we were a top defense with 3-4, having Justin Smith and Alden Smith. INTs by the handful, having one major Edge rusher makes a difference when you only need 3 or 4 guys after the quarterback instead of 5. But you know what? That scheme is set up to just cancel the run. I think that's why they went to it. They were going to get Vic Fangio at first, and Vic would have came in with 3-4. But there's so many sub packages now that I guess it doesn't really matter. But I got a feeling in this league now you do need guys in coverage. So it's really, because I looked at today. I was looking at Derwin James. My God. Derwin James basically won that game for them. Trey from VA, this will be a historic defensive line draft. Yeah, I know. I agree, Trey. Man, because the 49ers don't have no problem going to that well each and every year, it seems. Well, it didn't last year. We went after McGlinchey. Glad we did. Repent!
What's up, Ronbo? How's it going?
Repent. Contemplation time again, man.
I know, man. Ronbo, man, I tell you this, man, I was just heartbroken for that kicker, man. I couldn't believe that.
No. Everybody was embarrassed for him. My God, you missed it. You hit the bar.
But,
whoa.
Again, that was like the 6th time that year.
At least 6, right? They showed all the replays. He does that all the time. So he's fired, and that's why probably Robbie Gould's getting phone calls. Can they call him this early? Oh, yeah, he's a free agent. Dang.
Yeah, he can't call him, but they'll probably send him a little text.
Dang. Well, I hope John Lynch is like, well, one guy sent a message here saying that it's Robbie left his family in Chicago because he's not sure what's going to happen here. Oh. God.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying?
And perfect timing to scare everybody.
Maybe we could work out a deal. You know, get like a 1st-round draft pick or something. You know.
From Chicago.
But hey, Ronbo, I was actually reading an article. I forget who it's from, but they're setting up a trade-up scenario with the Jaguars who want the quarterback Haskins. And they're saying that the Niners would give up the number 2 pick, and Niners would go up to number 7, still have a chance to get Collin and Greedy and other good players. And they said the 49ers would then get the Jaguars' 2019 2nd-round draft pick, 2020 1st-round draft pick, and a 2020 4th-round draft pick, you know? And I'm telling you right now, man,
that's a lot.
If an offer like that is on the table, man, you got to take it, you know? And trust me, you know, I'm hearing you talk about these players, you know, with, you know, the defensive tackle and the offensive lineman, you know what I'm saying? And it's really tempting, especially if Nick Bosa is available, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, it kind of gets my attention. You said that one of the comments were made about Nick Bosa missing almost a year of football, and somehow we're expecting him to come back and just, you know, tear up the NFL, you know? So that's kind of hard to believe too, you know?
Yeah,
so,
truly. Yeah.
You know, and lastly, Ronbo, I will say this about Antonio Brown. You know, I was hearing that nobody's even brought this up. There's a possibility that the Steelers might not be treating Antonio Brown with some respect. And what I mean by that is that they're indirectly trying to push him out, trying to get Schuster as the number 1 guy now, you know? So, and I was trying to remember, you know, other than the recent, you know, blow up Antonio Brown had, has there been any other situations like that with Antonio Brown acting like that on the sideline?
One writer said that's been going on for years. The writer, I don't know where he's from. He might be from the Steelers organization or something. But they said Antonio has been high maintenance for years. This year, it just went right over the edge. From what you just said about Juju Smith-Schuster, it's almost believable that he'd be pitching a fit right now, think he's not getting any respect because the Steelers have their new golden boy. But I don't know. It's some of the things they said he did are outrageous.
But yeah, man. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's to be honest.
Repent. You cutting? Are you in the? Are you moving? Because you're cutting out. Repent. Are you still there?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was gonna say. I think.
We lost you again. Repent. And Repent might be driving. In that case, he might hit a dead zone. Okay. Anyways, I see Coach says we should trade down and pick up some more picks. We can get a good free FAA edge, and one might be around later in the round too. But I really like White of LSU at ILB paired with Warner if we miss Bosa. Well, that'd be. Whew. I'll tell you something else, Coach. I do like Greedy Williams. People were talking about Greedy Williams. I'm not crazy because it wasn't highest on my priority list. But watching Greedy Williams work, so I can see. Whoa, he is special. Mark Carter says Quinnen Williams next to Buckner does interest me. Oh, we'll see. Repent, you're back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, man. Did you just talking about Antonio Brown, man? I'm kind of a little bit more interested in him. If they actually let him go, I mean. The reality is, Ronbo, the 49ers should not be given any kind of draft picks. You know what I'm saying? So That's the only issue I have with that, And
if they're going to deal with the Jaguars, I wish Jalen Ramsey was part of the package, actually.
That was part of the what do you call it? The discussion in the article was Jalen Ramsey could possibly be included in that package, But, I mean, just people need to think about it, man. If the Niners can go up just from number 2 to number 7, man, that could get you a second-round draft pick in 2019 and a number 1 draft pick in 2020. And I don't know about you, Ronbo, but I'll take that deal any day, man.
Yeah, no, it is a good deal. The thing is, I'd like to have an extra. We've only got 5 picks. If we can come out of this draft with 7 picks, I'd be delighted too, though. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. Jags need a quarterback, though. Bortles is not yet. He's already proven it. They got to move away from him from now. So
right. Ronbo, before we go, I know this is big on your list, man. Are you giving the Eagles, a chance to beat the Rams, man? Because I kind of wanted the Bears to win.
I did too, knowing that they would beat the Rams. I think the Eagles could do it. Only because the Eagles' defense is stifling. And the Rams don't like the run. The Eagles can run. So we're going to see.
Oh, man. Nick Foles is going to continue it again, man. But I don't think Nick Foles is going – Nick Foles is not going all the way, man. I'm sorry. They're going to end up going to New Orleans. And they're not going to be happy to face New Orleans, man.
Be careful. Nick Foles is there's some kind of cloud that follows him and left him with positivity. But we got to go repent. I'll see you tomorrow night, okay?
All right, Ronbo. You guys have a good night, man.
You too. The Nick Foles mystique. Hey, Richie Rich.
What's going on, brother? What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, Richie, man. We'll sit back here and enjoy what's about. As this picture forms, it's pure entertainment. And meanwhile, in the background, we're watching Nick Foles doing that again.
I meant to tell y'all. Repent. They play the Saints, the Eagles. That's what they play this week. They don't play the Rams.
Yeah.
Now, because Repent thought they played
That's right. That's right, Repent. He's right. Dallas is playing the Rams.
Yeah.
It's kind of worrisome to
Eagles are the 6th seed, so they go to New Orleans. So they might get. And I remember the first game they played in the regular season, the Saints spanked them up.
Yeah.
Who knows how this game?
No, the Saints go kill everybody. Everybody that comes into New Orleans is not coming out alive. They go get killed.
Yeah.
I promise you.
I think I don't think. I think the only team that have a chance is the Rams. The only reason why I say that is because they played them
Saints?
before, and I think the Rams. I don't think Dallas do. That game right there, I don't know because that's a tough one for me because Dallas is a sneaky good team, and I hate to say that.
I know,
You know
right?
what I mean?
If Zeke gets his way, and I think he's going to,
I think they could be more. Yeah, and they're more physical than the Rams. They have more physicality than the Rams.
Well.
Yeah, so.
And if you got Zeke running, because you seen what Alfred Morris did to the Rams that last game we played them. I'm thinking, boy, Rams better be glad that Matt Brady ain't here today. Boy, you guys would have got, y'all have got ransom yards on you. So you think Zeke can put him in that position? Oh, the Rams are going to be in serious trouble. So.
Yeah, but getting on our boys. First and foremost, I want to say this. I was on chat, because on chat I'm Daddy-O. You said my name earlier, but I'm Daddy-O on chat.
Well, that's you. Okay.
That's me. So there's this guy that was in the name Trevor. I forget the last name. Trevor, if you're listening, man, let me tell you something. Don't come telling me how I should think or who I wanted the team to select or whatever. We all got an opinion, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't come here telling me how I should think who we should get and who we should not get. If you feel like you feel differently, my man, go right ahead. I'm not gonna knock your opinion of who you will want, who you think they should get. No, I don't like when people do that.
We get that.
It's one thing to have a different opinion. It's nothing to get in your feelings to get personal about it.
I know. I know. No. That happens a lot. Yeah. And people need to calm down. That's true. We're just talking football. Pump the brakes on the hostility.
This is my thing.
And wait a minute. And while we're talking about that, can we get Chris Schultz to please stop using all caps? Chris, what's up with that? I've been meaning to ask you about that for a long time. What is with all the? Are you shouting? All right, go ahead.
That's what that is, Ronbo. I think that's if you do that. Sometimes, every now and then I'll do that, but that's to make a point. But I know that's shouting. When somebody does that all the time, it gets irritating after a while. But get back. This is my dream scenario. I know everybody got different, right? If we don't trade back, if we trade back and we get a king's ransom, that's different. But I'm just going with straight up drafting, right? And free agency. I get 2 edges, quality edges. I don't know if we get any of the big boys if they get away, but I try to get somebody getting out there. I know that much. Someone has to get out there. We get 2 quality edge guys, veterans. I want veteran guys, right? I'm drafting that big boy in the middle, Ronbo. I don't care who says anything about it.
Quinnen?
I'm drafting the most dominant, most disruptive guy in the draft. Guys like Aaron Donald, Quinnen Williams. Period.
You going after Quinnen?
I'm going after Quinnen, Ronbo.
I like him.
It's not even second guessing, Ronbo. This thing right here, you know how our line will be, Ronbo. Do you know how our line will be? And people talking about this other nonsense. If we trade down and we get some nice picks and it's good and quality, I'm not gonna argue with that. But forget about this. This dude is better than half these dudes that pass rush from the edge. Okay.
I was watching him. He's unblockable.
Ronbo, he just started 1 year. This is his first year. He was Ronbo. This man, agility, his athleticism, how he can move, his twitchiness, everything about him.
Whoa. Richie, did you just say this was his first year?
His first year, Ronbo, and he had to fight for the position, Ronbo. He went from end to inside. He was supposed to be an end. He went from end to inside, and he did that in 1 year. Okay, we're not talking about 2. And he had guys on his team, Ronbo, that was supposed to be better than him. That was supposed to be high picks to him, and he dominated like that.
Well, I'm impressed. And if they do 49ers do pick him up, I ain't gonna get real mad.
Listen, I know people are like, man, we get another Giants. Let me tell you something. Solomon ain't nowhere near him. Ain't even 10 times him. Eric Armstead is a bum. All right, the only one that's close to him, and because he's been in the league longer, is Defoe. Him and Defoe inside with some quality pass rushers in free agency. If they decide to do that, I'm not mad. Anybody who get mad and don't like the pick, don't be cheering later on down the line when you see it working out.
And you can find there's plenty of pass rushers in there. You even maybe pick up Ferguson because the thing is, I want a guy that has flexibility. And Cleveland Farrell, what if they fool around and let him drop to the second round? And then people, we ain't getting no defensive lineman in 2 rounds in a row. Why? The offense is not in serious trouble like some people make it out to be.
Yeah. Listen, I'm like this. If you got a chance to get a once-in-a-generational type player like this. We talking about a guy inside, Ronbo. You know how most guys inside is. They take up double teams and they stop the run, right? Most inside guys ain't that dominant. I think Fletcher Cox is an inside guy, if I'm not mistaken.
And Fletcher is an inside guy. He's the main. Double team on every snap.
Him and Aaron Donald was probably the only two. Maybe it's just some others out there that people can talk about.
Hicks was
only
throwing double
two guys
teams.
that are dominant.
Hicks is like that too. And
all right. Akeem Hicks. There you go.
Yeah, these guys are all
That's
built.
the kind of guy that he is, Ronbo. That's who Quinnen Williams is. And if you got a chance to get that guy, oh man, I'm not talking about if the scenario went the way I'd say it. You know what I mean? If it went that way, you know what I mean? I'm sure things ain't gonna go that way, and who knows? They might come up with a guy none of us never heard of. Remember when Balky selected Alden Smith? I don't think any of us, maybe one or two people, knew who he was.
I noticed JJ and some other guy, but I did not notice Alden Smith. And I tell you something else too.
Nobody knew Alden Smith, and I'm like, who? And I watch college ball.
Yeah, and I don't. I just never. So, you know what? Quinnen might be the guy, and just for the reasons like people are writing up. Every other mock draft has Quinnen Williams right now.
He checks the boxes. Get the edges in the free agency, man. Don't hesitate. Do that. If I'm John Lynch, be smart. Him Lynch and Kyle, we're gonna fill these edges up. We're gonna get some quality edges. Because all you need is some quality guys that can get after the pass rusher. I want some veterans. I don't want no young boys on that edge, man. I'm tired of seeing these young boys and then they don't and then we gotta wait another year or so for them. Get that settled in free agency and get that monster, man. If he's sitting there, if the Cardinals don't take him though, because that's another thing that could happen. But yeah, that's all I got.
Well, Ziggy's available. Eli Harold is available. DeMarcus
Man, you
Lawrence
can get anybody. Anybody put anybody on the edge you good to go with D4 with him inside. Anybody.
Hey, you know what? Julius, Yamin's favorite guy, Julius Peppers, is available. Julius Peppers, there's something wrong with him. He will not get old.
I don't know, Ronbo, but the age, I don't know. I want somebody a little bit more younger, though. Somebody more younger and vibrant.
Julius Peppers was too old 5 years ago, Richie. I don't understand him.
Yeah, I need somebody who's going to be here at least some years, Ronbo. I don't need someone who's going to be here for a year and then be gone.
I don't know, Richie. I got a feeling Julius Peppers is going to be here after John and Kyle leave, man. Julius Peppers is a freak.
I'll tell you what. If they did that and they went out there maybe in the second round, third round, they got a nice quality young pass rusher to sit down. Because we still got guys on the bench we haven't seen yet. The Streets, the Tellers.
Yeah, right.
We still got guys that and you know what we can do if we had that kind of line I was just speaking about, Ronbo? We can churn guys in and out substitution-wise and be fresh.
I know, and that keep them fresh. Richie, man, always that's good stuff, man. Let me tomorrow night if you got some time, we'll be back, okay?
Oh, so you back on regular time now?
Oh yeah, Monday Night Raw returns tomorrow, Richie.
Yeah, I'll be back on. I'm trying to not be every few months and stuff.
Yes. It's football season now. Richie, I knew you'd be back soon.
Yeah, it's that time to be talking about the draft and free agency, man.
Exactly.
We got another few months. Yeah.
And
all right,
them
Ronbo,
arguments.
have a nice night, brother.
You too, fam. It's Richie Rich. And we move on into Texas. Area code is 713 out of Houston. Hello.
Hey, man, hello?
Yes, what is your name?
Hey, man, I'm Kenneth.
Kenneth? Hey, Kenneth.
Hey, man, how you doing, man? Hope you're having a good day, man.
Oh, Kenneth doing a great day, man. You know, I see the Rams going to be in trouble next. In fact, that team right near your house is going to go in and whoop the Rams' ass next week, and I'm delighted.
See me, I'm a Texans fan. See, I'm like, man, I'm not having the best day. I'm not having the best day today. I saw some things on the football field for my Texans that I did not like. But hey, man, I came to speak on because I was in the chat and I'm reading a lot of dudes, trying to poop on Jadeveon Clowney. Let me tell y'all something.
Clear that up. Okay.
All right, so look, for the past 2-3 years, the Houston Texans have been misusing Jadeveon Clowney for years. We've had this man playing that outside linebacker in the 3-4 because, we can't have him play DN because we have J.J. Watt been playing that DN spot for years. So we've been misused because, we don't run a 43 scheme, which we should. We need to have we should have had J.J. Watt and Jadeveon Clowney both playing defensive end, but for some reason, Romeo Crennel has not switched to that scheme for years. And for years, we've been utilizing Jadeveon Clowney. So he's never been able to develop as a true defensive end because he doesn't have his hand on the ground on every play. You know what I'm saying? You see Aaron Donald. You don't see Aaron Donald playing. We be having Jadeveon Clowney dropping back in coverage. Like, bro, this man's a pass rusher, bro. Let him keep his hand in the dirt and let him rush the passer. Like,
That's why I don't blame Jadeveon Clowney for not having the pass rushing moves that he should, because we don't have a playing defensive end full time. Like we be having, because like sometimes over here in Houston, bro, Romeo Cornell be dropping defense linemen in coverage. Like he'll have some of our best pass rushers, like Whitney Merciless, dropping in coverage when both of these dudes are pass rushers. You know what I'm saying? So Jadeveon Clowney, and that one snap that Quinn Nelson did put him on his ass, I'm pretty sure he was playing linebacker. Like, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, bro, like this is what y'all getting. Like y'all gonna keep playing Jadeveon Clowney at linebacker, shooting him through A gaps, and yes, sometimes it works. Yeah. But when you're going up against the All-Pro like Quinn Nelson, man, like Jadeveon Clowney, bro, he's not like there's no like. Let me get that clear though. There's not a better guard in football right now as we speak that's better than Quinn Nelson.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So like I was not shocked when he did that, but I was like, bro, like there's not 10 better athletes in the position that at defensive line. There's not 10 better athletes in this league that are better than Jadeveon Clowney. So I'm just sitting there like, man, like what are we doing, bro? Like we're misutilizing all of this dude's talent. We've had this dude for years.
Whitney Merciless, and you're right. You got the personnel. You can actually run the 43. But listen, does it sound like Houston's going to renew Jadeveon Clowney's contract? I mean, they're not going to go by what just happened yesterday.
Yes, we are. They absolutely are. And I don't honestly, if we're going to keep running this 34 scheme, because they seem like they're going to keep Romeo Cornell for another season. Honestly, I don't want Jadeveon Clowney on this football team, because all of his talent is being misutilized, and he's never going to have double-digit sacks if we keep shooting him through the A gaps, using him as an outside linebacker. When we have other players, like, we have a couple other players that can play outside linebacker. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be having Jadeveon Clowney playing no outside linebacker. And if for some reason the 49ers find a way to, get Clowney or whatever, y'all better switch that to a 43 scheme, because that seems like y'all running a 34 scheme from what y'all telling me in the chat.
Some packages look like a 34. It's a hybrid scheme anyway, but it's the 43 base. Okay. So, yeah, Jadeveon, if he's got his strength there, that's what they do. Yeah.
Jadeveon Clowney, you give him a full off season playing with his hand in the dirt for training camp, all of that. Jadeveon Clowney can be as good as anybody in this league. There's no reason he should have been. Jadeveon Clowney could have been what J.J. Watt was years ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He could have been done that in years, because he's a better athlete than J.J. Watt. He's stronger. He's faster. He's more physical than J.J. Watt ever will be. You know what I'm saying? Even in his prime, when he had double-digit sacks, he's a way better athlete than J.J. Watt, but he just hasn't been able to develop that defensive end, man. That's all I got to say, man.
Hey, and appreciate you, because I got to tell you, I've had respect for Houston ever since you built up that doomsday defense. I was shocked at what I see yesterday, but I figure it's just a couple of adjustments that Houston Texans got to make. But I do like the Texans. You can call them back at any time you like, all right?
Hey, man, absolutely. I appreciate you.
All right. You have a great night. Yeah. I said before the season started, I did not want to play the Texans. It's one of the reasons why. That defensive line. Now, what happened to them yesterday, I really was shocked. But I didn't know how good Quinnen Williams was. And I didn't know that Andrew Luck is back in full effect. He is back to Andrew Luck after taking how many years off? Whew, man. Oh. So anyway, hey, Will.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Hey, Will, man. Just sitting back here, and you just heard, interesting, you just got a call representing Houston. Talk about don't clown Jadeveon Clowney. He's being misused. Will, you understand that? I never thought about that.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, he did get exposed by Quinn Nelson, man. I'm talking about like straight out exposed. TMZ exposed.
But you know what? If you put Jadeveon on that Leo spot, I have a feeling he'd have a lot better time. Because it wrestle with them big ass guards. We got people who can wrestle with them big ass guards. Let Jadeveon deal with them offensive tackles and maybe a tight end or something, where he can use his athleticism. Because, man, that was terrible.
Yeah, but I don't think Texas gonna let him go though. I think they're gonna keep him though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But I do want to give a shout out to Richard Rich, man. Every time he call in, man, he be spinning them fast, man. Because I'm gonna tell you what,
yeah.
49ers, man, what they need to do in that defense, man, they need to get 2 veteran edge rushers, and I'm all for it, man. Quinnen Williams out of Alabama, I'm telling you, you put that man as a default, and you get 2 veteran edge rushers. I'm telling you, man, that defense gonna be unstoppable. I'm telling you, they're gonna beat the Chicago Bears of the day. I'm telling you.
Like that, Doc.
I'm telling you right now, man.
I watched Quinnen for about 20 minutes the other day, and I know what you're talking about because I kept watching him. This dude, man. I was thought Vita Vey was something last year, but look at this. So yeah, you're right.
Man, Quinnen Williams got so much explosion, man. He can clog up holes at will. I'm trying to tell you, man, that dude is a monster. The run game, if he come to us, man, that run game, ain't nobody gonna run on us. I'm trying to tell you right now.
I mean, you're right, because he slips off blocks like they wasn't even there. It's like they just get in his way. Move, I'm getting ready to hurt your running back.
I'm telling you, man.
He's rough.
I'm telling you, he could like Richard said, man. You can get any type of edge rusher, and that'll get him more help. They'll get him more help to get to the quarterback. Because if you get him next to default, man, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a great thing to see out there for now defensive line. And then another thing, since James think Earl Thomas is not good enough to be on the team, there's another free agent guy that just lost tonight. He play on the Bears defense. His name is Adrian Amos.
Oh, is he a free agent?
He's a free agent, man. Adrian Amos III. They lost tonight against Philadelphia, which I was upset about because I wanted them to play the Rams so bad, so the Bears can just knock them on out.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
Adrian Amos, but Adrian Amos, man, he a free agent. So if they don't pan out to get Earl Thomas, then they can get Adrian Amos to play the free safety. I mean, every defensive back on the Bears team is legit. I mean, all those guys can get on their team and improve it. So. But yeah, man.
Yeah, Adrian Amos. I don't see his name on the list though. But yeah, but you must know his contract, huh?
Well, I'm on the internet and I'm looking at Spot Track, and they got him.
Okay.
They got him. They got him as a free agent. Yeah.
Yeah, because this what I'm looking at might be a little outdated. But okay. So All right. No, go ahead. I'm listening.
But he'll be a great addition, and I'm looking at the air rushers too, man. I see a lot of known guys that's some edge rushers like I know y'all said Brandon Graham. You got Terrell Suggs, but he old though. Julius Peppers, Muhammad Wilkerson, Aaron Lynch, Anthony Barr, D Ford, Deion Jordan, Bruce Irvin. All them guys raised too, but I mean, I still want Frank Clark. I still want Frank Clark and Dr. Fowler. If they can get those guys, man, and get Quinnen Williams, man, that'll be dope. And let me ask you something. I wouldn't mind, I know we talk about the Antonio Brown and Odell.
Odell, yeah.
But I would go with Odell, man, because he's younger. You know what I'm saying? He's still a playmaker. See. You put Odell with Kyle Shanahan, Odell gonna be open every time because Kyle Shanahan offense makes you open. It gets you open every play. All you need is just an old line to protect the quarterback. Mm-hmm. And Odell can make play. His stats will go up. I would give the New York Giants this year's second round pick and a 2020 first round pick for Odell. What you think?
That's a good deal. Because, see, with Odell, you're not, even if you were to use your first-round pick for a wide receiver, you're not going to do better than him. I always look at that in that way. So you might as well use that first-round pick, not necessarily on draft night. Use it now. Get the guy you need. Because he is a game changer, no doubt about it. So, and it's already been proven, which is even better than draft night. So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That's all I have.
All right.
Huh?
All right. Good stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be looking for you tomorrow night, too. Monday Night Raw returns. All right?
Okay, you back? Oh, you back doing that again?
Oh, yeah. Be back tomorrow night.
All right.
All
All
right,
right,
fam.
I'll be in tomorrow night, man.
All right, be looking for you. Have a good night.
All right, you too now.
Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of choice to be made between now and the free agency thing. What we don't want to hear is going to be really disappointing for every 49er fan if we hear about somebody making a blockbuster deal and we ain't involved. Because we feel like we need to be involved in every big deal, especially for certain positions, right? Hey, Kenny!
What's up, Ronbo?
Oh, Kenny. Man, I wish I knew so I could actually get all excited about what's getting ready to happen next. As we could count the weeks down past the Super Bowl and boom, here we go. It's like getting on a roller coaster, right? And a dude closes that little door, straps you down in your seat. Oh man, here we go.
Hey, Rombo. Hey, you remember earlier in the season when about 90% of our Niner Empire wanted Khalil Mack and they were going crazy over him?
Yeah, of course.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. There were people going nuts over Khalil Mack. And my crush in this draft is Josh Allen, man. The dude fucking balled out in that bowl game, and he's a beast, man. And I'll tell you what, there's people out there saying he won't fit our scheme. You know what? Those same people are the same ones that wanted Khalil Mack. Well, guess what? What? Khalil Mack is in a 3-4 defense. Guess what? Khalil Mack is an outside linebacker. So how could you say Josh Allen ain't going to fit our scheme? I mean, if you wanted Khalil Mack so bad that you burnt friendships and you left groups and all that stuff, come on, man. Come on, your IQ's got to be better than that, buddy.
I have a feeling, some of those guys can adapt to the 4-3. I think, guys, have we had, I know. The only fail we really ever had was Tank Carradine coming down out of the 4-3 and trying to convert him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because because Devo is doing fine in a 4-3, he's looking real good. Eric Armstead, even though he's not getting any credit, is not that bad like people say he is. So, it's not, you're right. If a guy's good, he's good. And he knows how to go after the quarterback. So you're right.
But all I'm trying to say is don't try to say Josh Allen won't fit our scheme if you were all after Khalil Mack, because they're the same thing. So same thing. Outside linebacker, 3-4 guy, and
you know what it is, Kenny? People just worry about he's got to learn a little different technique is all. And I think that scares some people. But I don't know if it's such a drastic change that it would be just like you can't expect him to produce. So, you're right. It's over-exaggerated.
If you're a beast, you're a beast. But I wouldn't be mad. I'm not going to be mad at any pick they do. There's a lot of good guys in this draft. If they pick a defensive end, if they pick a cornerback, if they pick a guard, if they pick I don't care who they pick. If they pick a linebacker, I'm good with it. They trade back, I'm good with it. I don't care in this draft. There's so many good players in this draft, it doesn't matter. Yeah. But I would love to see Josh Allen on this team wearing red and gold. And he's a beast, man. The dude balls out. He's a young talent who's ready for the NFL, and he's hungry.
You know what? If they trade down, though, if they go down as far as 5, 6, or 7, Josh Allen's going to be gone long before then. Who would be your next choice?
Clelin Ferrell.
Right.
Yeah, if we trade down, I definitely want Clelin Ferrell before he gets picked up by somebody else. So.
Namely, like somebody in our division. Although, I do think the Cardinals, they're going to do it. But the Cardinals might bite on a trade, and it's probably going to be the Raiders. I just see where it makes more sense. You get more picks from the Raiders than you would for us, so the Cardinals can't trade with us. We're number 2. They know we're not going to give them too much. But if you trade down, the Raiders got number 4. Do they 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, now the Raiders got to give up something. The Raiders say, "Look, you can take 2 picks. We just want Nick Bosa."
Yeah.
So
we'll see. Man, and I agree with the caller that called in earlier, man. Opinions are opinions, man. Don't be hating on people's opinions, dude. If someone likes a player in the draft, don't hate on him, man. Just pick your own guy and go with it, man. You ain't got to hate on the next guy. You ain't got to argue with him out all day long about how your pick is better than his. Everybody has a pick. Everybody is a fanboy of somebody. So,
yep, I know I am.
So there it is there. So.
Oh, man.
All right, Ronbo. I'm getting out of here. I gotta go back to work. Ronbo
All right,
Sports.
Kitty. I'll take us down for work. Hey, thanks, Kitty. Appreciate you, fam.
Yeah. Hit
Always
that
love
like,
hearing from you.
baby. Let's
Yeah.
go. Nighthawk Fan Club. Shout you out, baby.
There you go. And we'll be back tomorrow, by the way, too, Kitty. See you then, okay?
All right, I'll be on.
All right. Have a good night, Kitty. Oh, man. And then Quest for Six, as soon as that's said, I see him says, Cleveland is a bum, slow. He adds a third, slow. Cleveland gets a lot of bad rap, boy. I've heard nothing. Man, I've heard some bad things about him. At the same time, you hear some good things, and then but more bad than good. Everybody said, look who he's on the line with. I was like, dang. Antonio Kidd says, when we get rid of any players that holding and rebuild with a free agent or draft, because that on the team after we clean house, and new ones come in, we will be a team to recognize and the team to beat. Yeah, it's about assembling all the talent, and we got a great coaching staff, even though, people say, but think about the team we've had, the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan still finds a way to win some games. Because honestly, we're probably supposed to be one of them one-win teams. Stone cold 49er. Jonah has great feet for a big guy, and he is big, too. That is huge. Coach says we should trade down and pick up some more picks. We can get a good free agent edge, and one might be around later in the round as well. But I really like White of LSU, inside linebacker paired with Warner if we miss Bosa. Man, I think the 49ers are definitely looking at White. Man, they got to be. Because, you had two premier inside linebackers, and I do like Elijah Lee, but you're looking at probably an elite specimen. That FSU, Devin White is crazy good. His speed is just scary. So I can see them going to that route if they get down to 7, and if they feel like we could use that linebacker. And you can always use a linebacker because they're very important on the defense. So maybe. Hey, Jarrell.
Ronbo.
Jarrell, are you the one who left on the chat about Robbie Williams? Robbie Williams. Robbie Gould?
Yeah.
Ah, where'd you get that? Just today?
Met my uncle on Twitter.
Just a little while ago?
Yeah, it was an hour ago.
Uh-oh.
Because Robbie Gould was at the game. He was at the game.
Robbie Gould was in Chicago? Well, he goes home in the offseason anyway. He'd be there anyway. But Robbie probably felt sorry for the Bears and says, I could have won that game for you. Well, would you come back?
They have DeAndre Hopkins a full first rounders.
But the note also says because of the uncertainty of looming free agency, Robbie Gould and his wife decided she and their children would remain at their permanent home in Chicago area during the season. But can you imagine not re-signing Robbie Gould? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I think if they can't get a deal done, they'll probably franchise tag him.
Yeah, even that, I would. Damn right. As you got the best kicker in the league, do not let him go. Yeah. So, Robbie, call your family, man, and get back into Cali home. Oh, the thought of that scares me, Jarrell. Woo! I see it on Twitter. I'm reading that, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we scored through him more than half the time.
It was Robbie Gould's show, yeah, just about all the time. In some capacity, Robbie was always except for last year, the last 5 games, Robbie was just kicking extra points, except for maybe 1 or 2 games he got in there. But
Dakota
still.
Prescott.
Yeah.
And if you look at the kickers available, oh, man, it's really bad. Uncle Phil's still available.
No
Chaim Fairbairn, Adam Vinatieri. These guys, we've all watched them miss. Who is Josh Lambo and Dan Bailey? Steven Gostowski.
Oh, Dan.
And actually, Janikowski's going to be available after he pulled up lame and missed. There's no kickers, Jarrell. Oh, Robbie, don't leave us, please. Oh, my God.
Yep.
Oh. So we got to get him back.
So, who do you want to draft?
Yeah, I'm leaning toward Quinnen. I'm thinking that some good points have been made about him. You have that monster in the middle like that. Cassius Marsh and some of those other guys on the edge now. They're going to be running free.
No, I'm saying these niggas are ferocious.
I'm telling you, man. So
if we get D Ford and Earl Thomas,
that's all you need.
I'd like to see us get Quinnen Williams or Greedy Williams.
Yeah, any one of the Williams brothers. they have to be related because they're both badasses.
You don't want them.
Yeah.
And they both are the SEC. That's all I need to know.
I've never dealt with. You know what I'm saying?
And about that Antonio Brown situation, I don't want him.
I know, man. He comes with a lot of baggage, don't he?
31 years old.
He's a great player, though.
And he's a diva.
And can you take the diva? I mean, you could take. I don't know if you can take the diva out of the diva, boy. I just can't do it. He may feel disrespected, and he may have pissed him off.
But he's there were reports saying that like a few years ago he said, "I'm the franchise of this team. Don't talk to me."
I know. I heard about that. He's been full of himself for a long time. It just doesn't get out in the public. Man, and they're already talking about now. You know how bad he's got to be if they said, you know what, we ain't worried about that $21 million dead money. We got monies coming back from Le'Veon Bell's madness, and we can work around Ben Roethlisberger. We're going to renew his contract, make some stipulations in that. We can do without Antonio. We got Juju Smith-Schuster coming on. So I think Antonio's going to get traded because if they don't get rid of him before a certain time, there's bonuses that kick in. They're going to get rid of him soon. Oh, watch the line, boy. Jarrell, I don't know.
Man, I'm scared.
We'll see soon.
So do you take a wide receiver in the second round?
No, I'm not interested in any wide receiver. If they pick up one in free agency or something like that, I don't see us hurting him for wide receivers, not really. If we could get him healthy, if we could pick up that kid out of Arizona as a wide receiver, I'd take him.
N'Keal Harry?
Yeah, is that his name? Big monstrous dude that runs like on his show. I checked him out. He's moving around like a huge ballerina out there. It's scary. He's going to go early in this. If he sneaks by, the 49ers trade down, I'd take him. Jimmy G would love him. So we'll see.
In the red zone too. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, Jarrell. I'll tell you what, fam. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night if you got some time, huh?
All right.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Yeah, and direct your attention. If you have a Twitter account and you didn't see, Robbie's wondering what about the 49ers. They should have renewed Robbie before the season even ended, if you want to know the truth. The hell are we going to do without a kicker and a clutch kicker? And the Bears will sign him immediately. At the park, he did what he did. Sold me the money. We ain't talked to Sold me in a long time. Sold me.
Ronbo, I was just about to hang up. What are the odds? How's it going, my brother?
Hey, it's going all right, man. I was feeling fine until I read my Twitter and see that Robbie Gould's going to keep his family stationed at home in Chicago, and I don't know why John Lynch and somebody didn't say, Robbie, hey, what are you doing? You can bring your family to California. You're not going anywhere. What?
Right.
What do you want? We'll make the deal now. Man.
Yeah, that's the last on the priority list. Right now, first of all, N'Keal Henry, I got into it with my boy Casillas, Joseph Casillas. I don't know what his nickname is, but I call him Casillas, but he's my brother from another mother. But, I like N'Keal Henry, but Joseph Whitehead, the Stanford wide receiver, is more of a badass in my opinion. But, hey, I love N'Keal. If he's there in the second round, I don't think he will be, but if he's there, hell yeah, jump on him. As far as the draft, Williams, He's going to be the number one pick. I will swear to God, I will quit Ronbo if he is not.
Quinnen Williams, you think he's going to be the number one pick?
He's going to be the number one pick. I guarantee
Over
that.
Bosa?
That guy's no. Williams from Alabama.
Yeah, Quinnen.
Yeah.
Okay,
the
you think
defensive tackle?
You think the Cardinals are going to take him or the 49ers?
I don't care who's taking him. Someone's going to trade up with the Cardinals.
But you're saying
whatever.
you think he's the number one guy in this draft, though. That's what you're saying.
He's the number one.
Yeah.
He's the number one player in the draft. He is, and if he slips down to number 2, I don't care how many defensive tackles we have. If Bosa's there, hell yeah, we jump on him because I think Bosa will be there because Williams was going to go number 1. I guarantee you that. Out here in the Bay Area, I've been listening to everybody, all the famous scouts and whatever. This guy is by far the most dominant player that's ever come out of Alabama, they're saying. Which is saying a lot.
Yeah, because what's his name over in Washington? He was a force, and if Quinnen makes him look weak, then he is a badass.
Yeah, and basically he's forklifting 2 guys at a time. I don't know if you saw the last game, but he was doing that.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I got tickets to tomorrow night's game, and I want to be watching him live. So it'll be pretty awesome to watch him live. But I think him, and then let me put all the Brown BS to rest. The wide receiver from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's all good and great. I would rather save my money and pass on. I don't want to have another diva headache, and we can move on to the next wide receiver. What are your thoughts on that, Ronbo? I didn't really hear you.
No, I don't know with OBJ. I know between the two of them, I don't know. Antonio's he's 31. I don't know that he's going to have any time to come in and watch the 49ers lose. And I can see him now calling Kyle out. You brought me over here for what? I'm here to play. Give me the ball. I could see that conversation happening, you know? And I don't think the 49ers are going to interview him first. They're going to see where his head's at. I think he fails the oral examination. I really do. So I don't see him coming. OBJ, they wanted OBJ last year. They may continue to pursue him and Brandon Graham out of Philadelphia.
I would love Brandon Graham.
Yeah.
I think that's viable. I think we can land Brandon Graham. And as Lee said earlier, I want 3-4 pass rushers. I wouldn't mind him.
Yeah.
And he's considered over the hill, quote unquote. And then as far as OBJ, that's a foregone conclusion. We're not gonna get him.
Well, the Giants aren't gonna let him go anywhere. From what they're saying.
As far as Brown, they're on a $21 million hit if they cut him or trade him, no matter what. So it's on Pittsburgh's
No, that could be
head.
it could be manipulated. They've actually got it documented now. You can read that. $14 million. They can actually somehow it becomes. I don't know. They could change. Le'Veon Bell's money somehow is going to affect it as far as their payroll. So that's $14 million off the books. I think they're looking toward absorbing, like you're saying. It maybe costs $21 million, but it ends up being only $6 million, and then they're going to find a way to manipulate Roethlisberger's new contract to make it, not such a cap-heavy hit, so they can buy some players.
Okay, I'll have to look into that. Okay,
Yeah.
but foregone conclusion. I don't want Brown. I don't want any part of him unless he's a free agent. Shit, I'll take him. I just don't want the headache to go along with that. But as far as the draft is concerned, Bosa, if he's there, man, we got a nap on. Everyone's like, they're like, everyone's nitpicking. You know what? Watch the games, and Bosa's he's a damn player. You watch his big brother play today. He was badass with Ingram aside. Ingram was dominating, but we have Depot on the other side if we draft him. So we have a pretty badass D-line. We're missing a couple of corners. Well, not a couple of corners, but one corner. And maybe a slot corner. Yeah,
Well,
I think we need
I don't
some
know
DB
about the
help.
slot, Somi. I think that I seen between K1 and DJ Reed, we may be okay there. You can take a look at another one, but I don't think we're weak there. I wouldn't call it weak. You know, because
I
DJ
think
Reed
we can
actually
upgrade.
shut down.
So DJ Reed is basically a slot/wide free safety.
You know what, though? He's not.
He can get
If you
better.
put it on his resume being a free safety, but he's really a slot corner or an edge. He can cover on the outside, too. I don't know why they insist on him playing over the top safety. Anyway, that'll work itself out.
Ronbo, I'll tell you this. A pass rusher will help everybody out.
Well, yeah. I've been saying that for 3 years.
Yeah, I've been saying that for 10 years.
You know?
But anyways, Ronbo, I know you have a lot of callers, but hey, God bless you. Thank you for everything you guys do for us. But,
thanks. So
God bless.
appreciate it.
And always thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. And Happy New Year, by the way, too. We'll see you tomorrow night if you have some time, too. All right.
Definitely. Take care, Ronbo.
Thank you. Good night. And Daniel Serrano checks in. He says, roses are red, violets are blue. I'll die wearing red and gold. And how about you? Nice, Daniel. Nice. And thanks for that contribution. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how's it doing?
Mike's doing all right, man. You know, we're on the verge of finally fixing this machine. I do believe all arrows are
Well, we
pointing
need
up.
some help. We definitely need some help, though.
Well, we need some help.
I feel we
need some help and good health. Stop losing all our players to injury. 17 this year, 24
training
last
staff
year.
has to be improved. Yeah, definitely the training staff. But I was going to say, everybody has their opinions on their players, and we could agree or disagree, but I've always believed when you draft a player, sometimes you have to draft sometimes a safe player, because everybody looks good in the underwear Olympics known as the combine. When you put on those
Be
pads,
careful of that. He's right. Yeah.
When you put on those pads, that shows you who you are. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Two, a lot of people say, "Oh, this guy, runs this 40, and this guy bench presses this, and this guy can do all these great things." But college is different from the pros. They're different schematically.
Completely.
They're different in every level. Okay, most of the guys are projections anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So in the end, you always go for the safe guy or the safer guy. Okay, so I think personally, because of the amount of little draft picks we have, we should trade down, get a few more picks so we can rebuild our roster. Because eventually, we have a couple of old guys that won't be on the team much longer.
True.
And we're gonna need to replace them, like Joe Staley.
And
somewhere down the road, Sherman is gonna be gone.
Yeah.
That's the reality of
fact,
it.
Yeah.
So
True.
what I personally would do is I feel, okay, everybody's saying, Quinnen Williams out of Alabama. The kid's got talent. I don't take it away from him, okay? And obviously Bosa will be the number one pick. If I was in charge of the draft, I would trade down and draft one of the three safer picks, And the safer picks would be the linebacker out of LSU, Devin White, who's a monster, 240, and you look at him, he looks like a stud. You take Greedy Williams, who's a system fit. That's who you want. You want a system
Agreed.
fit. Okay? And lastly, my ultimate pick, who I feel is going to be a Pro Bowl in this league, is going to be Jonah Williams, because he could flourish under Kyle's system. Look at his feet. Forget about his bench press and how nasty he is. Look at his feet and his technique. He is ready to play now for our line to protect Jimmy G. Without Jimmy G, we don't win, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, and it's a gospel truth. Yeah, I agree.
And I'm saying it. Mm-hmm. And when Greedy Williams is a star, like I said about Lattimore, like I said about Denzel Ward, like I said about Derwin James, when Greedy Williams is a star, I don't want nobody to say, "Oh, we should have picked this guy, we should have picked that guy." I don't want to hear. We have a chance now. I feel that our best interest is to see who we get in free agency, and then we go from the draft and trade down. That's it.
Yeah.
And just shout out to all the Empire, Chris, Lee, everybody, Kenny, everybody. We're all Niners family. Let's be that.
There you go. Good
That's all I'm
stuff.
gonna say. That's
All
all I'm
right,
gonna say,
fam.
man.
It's good
Thank you
stuff.
for
I agree
your
with it.
time. Thank you for having me on. Thank you. And I think trading down is our best bet. And we have a lot of needs on this team, Ronbo. We need an edge. We need offensive linemen. We need a lot of things. It can't just be solved with one player. And
True.
Antonio Brown, as great as he is, I don't want a 31-year-old. I don't want a 31-year-old wide receiver. I'm sorry. I don't want that. I'm sorry.
It doesn't follow any logic. True.
Yeah, and OG and Beckham, I don't know if he's still in hotels with drugs and women. So I don't want to chance that either. I'm sorry. I want guys who come to play to win. Give us a safe pick. Let's just trade down, get the safe pick. Devin White, Jonah Williams, or Greedy Williams. Those are safe picks. Everybody else is a price.
Is a risk.
I'm sorry.
Draft picks are always a risk.
To my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't say anybody's picks is wrong. I feel if Bosa's there, you take Bosa. But if Bosa's not there, because I feel Oakland is going to trade up from 4 to 1 to get him.
I'm feeling too. And the Cardinals will take that if Oakland gives up enough capital. And they'd have to.
Yes.
Because they don't need a pass rush
because
that bad.
they have so many holes on that offense. And I just remember, guys, we're all family and we all want the Niners to win. That's what we're about. Let's build through the draft. That's how you win. You build through the draft.
Yeah.
Jesus bless you all. Keep rocking.
Thank
you,
fam.
Ronbo, for having me.
Hey, thank you. Have a good night. Yes, as he made a lot of great points, didn't he? All right, let's go to Sean.
Sir.
Yeah, Sean.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we just heard the gospel. He was really right too. Yeah,
he was right on a lot of things. He was right on a lot of things. It was good to hear that. I like that for sure.
Sean, how do you feel about AB though? Before you get into the rest of it, because
look, I like AB a lot. I wouldn't do anything more than first of all, I wouldn't feel bad if we didn't get him at all. Okay. But if we did, I wouldn't do anything more than a 1-year deal, just to. He's going to want to raise the stock because he knows he's got a bad name out there, but he knows he's got all the potential. So he's going to want to come back, prove himself, and show that he's a team player, all that type of thing. 1-year deal, 2-year at the most. But I have a feeling he's going to end up up there in Seattle, if anything.
Sean, I think he still has a couple years left on his contract already. You know why he's going to try to get into San Francisco? 'Cause I just realized he'll get a chance to play the Steelers this next year if they do. That could be motivation for him.
Yeah, well, if he wants motivation, why don't he just go to Baltimore?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If he really wants to stick it to somebody, he'll just if he really wants to stick it to him, he'll just go to Baltimore. But I think a 1-year deal, I have a feeling it's possible that he can end up with Seattle. Look, if we get him, great. I wouldn't do anything crazy as far as a high dollar contract and anything that's going to tie him up for a couple of years, anything like that, or a few years. I would do like a 1-year deal, bring him in, let him help out some of the young guys that we got going on, just so they can learn how to run legitimate route trees, things like that. Secondly, I know somebody was talking about Niners trading back with the Jags. I think somebody was talking about the Jags on a quarterback.
I've been thinking about that
right now.
For a while, but
Joe Flacco is going to end up with the Jags.
Oh, that's right. I keep
right now.
Forgetting Flacco's unemployed. Yeah, or will be soon.
He's out of there. So, as far as trading back with the Jags at number 7, I really don't see that happening. It could. The draft, the wild things happen in the draft. The wild things happen in the draft, but I don't see that possible. But one thing is for certain. One thing is definitely for certain. Man, I sure am glad we got Robbie Gould.
Sean, Robbie is in Chicago waiting for. I don't know why John didn't renew his contract before the season ended. Robbie's left his family in Chicago because he's uncertain about the free agency. He's now, he tweeted.
Yeah, Chicago is. Look, though, if they want Gould back, they'll definitely go after Gould. But Chicago is a desirable city, man. I mean, I live here. It's a beautiful city. It's a fun place to be.
Of course.
You know, during the holidays, it's you know, you get New York where everyone's talking about the holidays in New York and all that bullshit, but a real desirable place for families, man, where they like that type of holiday spirit is Chicago, man. Chicago is a beautiful city. It really is, man. And
I understand that.
There's a reason why he there's a
we
reason
need
why he
Robbie
left
in San Francisco, though.
Yeah, no
Yes.
doubt. No doubt about it. But there's a reason why he left his family in Chicago.
I know.
You know, it's hard to just, not everybody's willing to uproot their families, especially look where he was coming to when he came to San Francisco. Look at the type of situation he was falling into. He was, and plus he was at a point in his career where a lot of people thought he was at the tail end. He didn't have it anymore. And he came to San Francisco and he did some great things with us. Yeah, he really did some great things with us. So there's more to it than why he just left his family in Chicago. Not to just go back and be a Bear, but look what he came into 2 years ago. You know, the uncertainty, like you just said, he was uncertain. But I think as long as he's taken care of, I think he'll remain a 49er. I have no doubt about that. I really don't. I really don't.
Because the whole team's
What
got
else you got?
campaign for that. But go ahead.
No, what else you got for me, Ronbo?
Yeah, no, we were just
I'll
looking at,
answer
because the thing is, Quinnen Williams is hitting the mocks hard for the 49ers, and that always draws attention because every now and then the mocks are right. And Nick Bosa is probably going to go to the Cardinals. Speculation is by many that the Raiders will say, no, we're going to give you this, and this. Give us that pick. We'd like to have Joey or Nick. So, you know, it's getting a little sticky, getting a little, worrisome. Because I don't want the Raiders to get nothing good happen.
Do you think, let me ask you, do you think, okay, based off of what happened with Solly last year, do you think that without a doubt they're going to go D-line with the first pick? Without a doubt, do you really feel that in your bones?
I do. I thought they'd go edge, but you know what? That defensive line, you got John Lynch dragging people in every 2 weeks. He's got people in the camp, and you see him start. He's already got guys a future contract. I say, you know what? We just can't get no people. We're not supposed to be signing no future contracts with the defensive linemen. They can't find a job nowhere else. So I got a feeling if it might be Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams is a machine, a huge battering ram. Him next to Devo. That would be special.
Yeah. And I think another thing that's for sure, I think even if Nick Bosa is there, I think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna go the Bosa route. Bosa's too much of a. He may not be what everyone says he is, and I don't think John Lynch wants to take that risk on a number 2. Does that make sense?
Not again.
I don't think he's willing to do that. Hell no, not again. Because look, honestly, man, I mean, this right here, Kyle Shanahan, he's going to be around a lot longer than Lynch if Lynch doesn't help get this draft right. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Lynch's things are going to start getting real steamy for Lynch if he misses on this shit. You know, so he's going to be real calculated in what he does, and I don't think he's going to let emotions. I think emotions got the best of him in the last draft. You know, Solomon Thomas, Stanford, all this other shit. I think his emotions got the best of him. So I think he's going to be a little bit more calculated. I think he's going to be a little bit more cautious. And like the other dude just got off, I don't know his name, please forgive me, but the safer pick is what John Lynch is going to do, man. I think he's going to do something a little safer. You know, I don't think John Lynch is willing to just jump out there and all based off of emotions. It's going to be a calculated pick. I really do.
I'll tell you what, fam. All good stuff. We're going to be back tomorrow night. Continue, and I can't wait to see what develops tomorrow. We're going to get those daily developments now. I can see it coming. So and the Robbie Gould thing is already scaring people. So we'll see.
Oh man, don't worry about it, man. I'm telling you, don't worry about it. Robbie Gould's not going to walk away. Hey, look, he's not trying to go back to the Bears to be the savior. He's a fucking kicker, for crying out loud. He's not going to go back and do that and end up in the fucking in snow bowls and all this other stupid shit. You know, he's doing real good right there in Santa Clara. Yeah, he gets a little bit of wind, but kicking in Chicago, man, that shit ain't easy. that shit is not easy, buddy. You know what I mean? So,
I
but
can
all right,
imagine.
man. All right, I'm
So,
gonna jump off.
All right, fam.
Yes, sir.
Talk to you later.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we should relax about Robbie. Robbie didn't say I'm not coming back to the 49ers. He just said there's uncertainty. The 49ers have not done their due diligence and made sure that I was assured that I could come back next year. Damn it, John. But anyway, I wish you could see this party online. You got Richard Sherman. They look like they're all singing together. Who is that? It's Jimmy and Uncle Sherm putting on a performance in Vegas. I don't know who this guy is over here, though. He looks like Nelly, but that cannot be. Can you see Jimmy G and Sherm out with a microphone in hand in Vegas on stage? This is hilarious. Look at Jimmy. It is Nelly. It looked like Nelly. I thought it was Nelly. Hilarious. All right. Is that Cassius Marsh back there? Man, these guys are having a good time. You guys, hey, be careful, Dang it is Cassius Marsh. Careful out there, nobody gets hurt. Shit. Man. Oh. Daniel Serrano says, please promise us that you'll do the Tootsie Roll if we make the playoffs. I guess I'd be forced to, because I don't feel like Cabbage Patch no more. You got it, Daniel. Thanks for the contribution, fam. Oh, man. Hey, Sheik!
Ronbo! What's going on, fam? It's been a minute.
Oh.
How you been?
Great, man.
Welcome to 2019.
I'm telling you, man. You know, every year, Sheik, and Happy New Year, by the way, too. But every year.
Happy New Year to you.
And thank you. But every year at this time, we have these conversations about who we're hopeful of for drafting. Now, I like Bosa, and everybody's making me think that Josh Allen is absolutely the shiznit. And then now all of a sudden being brought to attention is Quinnen Williams. And then I thought about that, and I watched Quinnen Williams just the other day, and I said, damn. So, you know, I picture him. I can see myself leaning toward him in the next few weeks. I see him next to DeForest Buckner, with Buckner standing next to him saying, can I have some? You know? So, you know, this dude is scary. If the 49ers do pick him up, I don't think anybody should be upset. But then again, they need picks. Like, there's one guy that called in a minute ago, he said the sensible picks. You go down, you get your Greedy Williams. You go out and get your Devin White if you trade down, because they are plug and play damn near in the NFL. You can tell that already, too. So it's interesting to see this draft this year as to what goes down. It's going to be crazy.
Tomorrow's going to be a big day, Ronbo, for him, because he's playing in that bowl game in Levi's tomorrow. So,
Quinnen?
And then with that, you know, it's raining. Huh?
Quinnen Williams?
What's that?
Quinnen Williams
is
playing tomorrow?
He's in,
oh, I got to see this.
He's
okay.
He's in Bama. He plays in Bama, Ronbo. Yeah,
that's right. I forgot he's still playing. They're not out yet. What am I thinking about? Yeah.
No. Exactly. Yeah. Well, if he you know, not plays and he says, I'm
waiting for the draft.
He might do that. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like over here in a Bay Area, Sacramento, it's pouring over here, man. And with that feeling condition, yeah. it's pouring over here. So we're going to see a lot of running, and we're going to definitely see his position, you know, come and play.
Mm.
And don't be surprised, Arizona, if he has a big day tomorrow. If he has a big day, then Arizona might just say, you know what? We're going to pass the ball on Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
And he could get this Quinnen Williams. Because
Nick's not playing.
They had Chandler Jones.
Yeah.
Not just that. You have Jones on the outside. They already have their defense. Yes, they need an offensive tackle, and I think Jonah Williams would probably be better fit for them. But they could get that in a second if they're really sold on this guy and they want to build that defense even stronger. Getting him or Jonah Williams, either or. And then
Sheik,
automatically
Sheik,
tells us.
Question, Sheik.
Go ahead.
When did Nelson Was Nelson drafted number 3? Number 4?
No. He was 6. I think it was for the Colts.
Quinnen Williams. Because I'm thinking, you offensive lineman being drafted first would be that would be special. That means they really trust he's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's hard to find tackles and defensive ends. You got to get them early, or they're going to get tagged. So it's definitely, you have to get those guys. But Ronbo, I was just thinking about it. I was like, if Quinnen Williams or Jonah Williams goes number 1, Nick Bosa or Josh Allen will be in our hands. What side would you go if you had to pick one?
You say if the Cardinals do what? If they pick up which one, Quinnen or Bosa?
No. If they say they get Quinnen Williams or Jonah Williams, just say they pick one of those guys. And Bosa and Allen pops on her. And by the way, let me add to this too. Alden Smith, he was an outside linebacker in Missouri. Khalil Mack was an outside linebacker in I forget his school, Buffalo. Yeah. And he came in and became a defensive end. So if Josh Allen could do it like that, he could do it over in the NFL. So just think that as well, Ronbo.
But the thing is, I can't really make an intelligent call on this yet. I've seen Josh Allen, a clip of him or two. I haven't watched him for any length of time. Because I've seen Bosa. Bosa knows what he's doing. There's no doubt about that. So if I had to pick today, it'd probably be Nick. But I need to see Josh Allen because everybody talks about how, just crazy. The guy's got the perfect size too. So yeah, I toss a coin on it. I don't think he'd have a problem at the Leo position.
Right. And another thing, in 3 years, Josh Allen had 31 sacks, 17 this year. He was mostly a cover guy, but now this year they pulled him to be pressuring the quarterback, and he got 17 sacks. You got to watch this bowl game that was recently happened, Ronbo. When you have that opportunity you raise your eyebrows on this guy. You're like, wow.
If he can cover, he's already got an advantage right there because you can't usually get a monster like that to cover. So if he can, he's already special. So I'm gonna check him out though. He's probably between now and tomorrow.
And another thing, before I know you have all the colors, but the AB situation. Shout out to Niner Sickness. He's my boy, and everybody else. He brought it up, and I'm just gonna share it with you guys. So Kyle Shanahan, he had wide receivers. He had Andre Johnson from Houston, and he had obviously Julio. If we get AB in this, oh man, bro, we're gonna make him a star as well.
Yeah.
So just think about that. I'm down for 2 twos, not for a 1, but we'll see. But Ronbo, I'm excited for this. The 49ers organization I trust. Yeah. Lynch this is his year. He must step up in the free agents. He's about to spend that cash. You gotta be watching these guys. Get that conditioning coach, by the way, Ronbo. We need help.
Yeah.
2019.
We gotta wait to see who that's gonna be. So. I'm worried about Robbie Gould, too. So, but anyway, we'll see you tomorrow, Sheik, if you get a chance, huh? All right. Good night, fam.
Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Bashar. Shout out to everybody now, fan club. Faithful! Hit that like for Ronbo Sports. The best place to be.
Thanks, Sheik.
Share. And Ronbo, you're number 1.
Thanks, fam. I'll see you tomorrow, huh? Oh. Hey, Stevie.
Ronbo.
Yeah, Stevie, man, I tell you. Stevie, it's funny. I thought about you. I was watching some film the other day on TV about some of those homes out there in the New Mexico area. They're kind of secluded. Oh, it's not Steph.
Hello?
It's Stevie. I got the wrong guy. Okay. Steph.
I'm about to say,
Yeah, you're not in New Mexico. Your voice, it sounded like Steph at first. I'm sorry. You're not in New Mexico. And you're not interested in living off the land for any length of time. But Stevie.
Nah.
It's Stevie from Florida where they have houses and running water and electricity. Stevie, you're in Atlanta nowadays, aren't you?
No, I'm about to move back to Florida.
Okay. Well, Stevie, what is going on, man? I know you got some things going on, man, because the things that are getting ready to happen now, I know you got some insights. What are you thinking?
I know. So, Rumble, I don't know why everybody keep tripping on AB. Like,
he's better than any other receiver that we have on our team right now.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, yeah.
So he had 15 touchdowns this year. Even if he does come to the team, he might, and say he doesn't get all the targets, just him alone will draw double coverage over to him, opening up George Kittle, Dante Pettis, and I'm pretty sure they're going to put Marquise in the slot because I'm pretty sure they're going to let Dante Pettis get his position this year because I'm pretty sure Pierre Garçon is gone, and I would give two twos for AB. I'm not giving up a first-round pick. And I'll just get my 2020 second round and this year's second round. And we could also make that back up. Say if we do get a trade with the Jaguars, right? Because I'm pretty sure they're not going to probably get Joe Flacco. They're going to probably want a younger quarterback. They could get Haskins. Or and even still, they might, the boy Kyler Murray, he might end up going to the draft instead of playing baseball. That's the rumor that's going around right now.
Ooh, all right.
But so that can affect the draft even more. So say if they do trade with us, give us Jalen Ramsey.
Yes.
And instead of giving us a 2020 second round, a 2020 first round pick, you just give us Jalen Ramsey. We'll swap picks, and you give us a 2019 second round pick, and now you solidify your receiver and your corner.
Yes.
Now with that 7th pick overall, y'all forget about Ed Oliver. Like everybody forgot about him. I know Quinnen Williams is the number one. Everybody forgot about Ed Oliver. Like,
I know. That's all we talked about a few weeks ago. Quinnen Williams just entered into the picture the last 48 hours.
Exactly. Now, Quinnen Williams is the better player because that man is dominant. And then he's doing this in the SEC.
Yeah.
And he's not doing it in the All-American Conference like Ed Oliver is, but still.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Quinnen Williams is not going to be there at 7, but Ed Oliver will be, or Devin White might be. So you get one of those two guys. I prefer, and Greedy won't be. I mean, we wouldn't need Greedy just because he said we traded for.
We got Jalen. Jalen don't need Greedy. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we still got our first round pick, another second round pick. But I would personally choose it depends on free agency. If we get 2 veterans in free agency, it's gonna be kind of hard, either Ed Oliver or Devin White. But my thing is I go Devin White before Ed Oliver. I'll get that. Now if Quinnen Williams was there and we had 2 edge rushers in free agency, I'm getting Quinnen Williams all day.
Oh yeah.
That's like another Aaron Donald. And then you put him on top with Defoe, and then you got 2 edge rushers on top of that.
And he's bigger than Donald. That's the thing. That's a big
exactly. And he just turned 21. Ronbo just turned 21.
Yeah. Unblockable.
He's still a baby.
So wait till you get that grown. Wait till you get that grown man strength. He ain't even that way yet.
He probably already got it. He's in Alabama right now. He probably already got it. Some Alabama boys be. I don't know what they see. We need they strength that can. That's what we need.
Yes.
We need him over there.
Wouldn't that be the thing to do?
Because they barely get hurt, and them boys is always huge, always, like no matter what. I don't know what they feed him. I don't know what it is, but
I know, right?
He's always huge, and also, my bad, Ronbo, but
no, so go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say about the AB contract. People are worried about the contract and saying he's 30 years old, but at the same time, okay, we get him for 3 years, right? But you got to pay. If Odell's 26, you got to pay him another contract once his contract's up, because he's gonna probably be 29.
Yeah.
So you got to pay him again. So imagine that. You really getting a better deal with AB. And I'm pretty sure he might not even have that drama come over here. Maybe it's just what's going on. It still is, because look at all the drama that's going on over there. We don't really have that over here. We have a stable, at least I think, a stable organization, because John Lynch, he's on the time clock with me too. Yeah, because John Lynch playing games. You supposed to be extended Robbie Gold before the season ended.
I know what John...
And I don't have time. I don't know exactly. I don't know what he got going on, but this is the make or break year. He has to do something good this year. I would say too he's going with the safe pick, but he has to be aggressive in free agency at least if you're going to go with the safe pick.
Right. And you don't need to be bringing in no people, because you know how they like to bring competition for everybody. You don't need to bring in no competition for Robbie Gould.
Exactly. You don't. He has a job. That's his job. And then we got to sign another punter too, because Bradley Pinion is a free agent as well. So we got to get another punter. And then if you want competition at corner, you should. I don't understand the Kello and Tavares Moore thing. I really don't understand it, because you trying to convert a safety into corner, which sometimes really don't work. That's what they did at Seattle with Trey Flowers. You see, it didn't work as much because Amari Cooper was eating on them all day, because all he did was bail. He's not a true corner. So
didn't have the same hips.
Now you messing him up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because we got trade bait this year too with CJ Adrian Colbert.
Wait, Stevie, back up. Trade bait. Did you say Steve? Did you say CJ?
Yeah, you could trade CJ probably for a fourth or a fifth.
Really? If they could,
I think we could get something out of him.
If you can get a fourth,
I'm keeping Nick Mullins.
Yeah, I know. If somebody give up a fourth round pick for CJ, they need to take that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, in a heartbeat, and I'm pretty sure you'll find some teams that needs another quarterback because it's always a team that needs a quarterback
That's
for
true.
the most part. So and CJ is not a bad quarterback. He's just a bad quarterback for us.
Yeah.
So
CJ's got
just go somewhere.
His processing's got to speed up. He may finally show that. That's the only problem I have with CJ. He's got a good arm. I like the way he sends that ball downfield. He's got a nice deep pass, but it just takes him too long to figure out what he wants to do.
That's about it.
And better than Trubisky, Mitchell Trubisky's a lucky man. Although Mitchell showed me a little bit tonight, so I ain't mad at him now. But man,
yeah, they were supposed to win that game because that was a nice throw to Allen Robinson to get him in field goal range. But you see what he did was smart. Remember when CJ threw that pick to Green Bay?
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end of the game with Marquise, Mitchell Trubisky at least threw it out to where either if my receiver can't get it, the DB can't get it either.
Yeah.
But we got CJ throwing picks and stuff.
Yeah, and getting the ball together. Anyway, let's not pick on him tonight. He'll get better. I'm hoping for him.
Yeah.
All right, Stevie. Let me. Stevie, always good to hear from you, man. I tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow night too. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back in tomorrow.
All right, Stevie. We're looking for you, fam. Have a good night and Happy New Year, Stevie.
All right, thanks, man. Say no, y'all.
Thanks, fam.
All right.
All right. And I see it says 985. Slidell, Louisiana.
Hey, it's me. It's Martin.
Martin. Hey, Martin. Did I pronounce that right, by the way?
Yes, you got it.
Hey. Well, Martin, come on in, man. I mean, we're sitting there. All of a sudden, Quinnen Williams is like the top of the conversation. And AB's always involved.
We're talking about the draft. I see everyone talking about pass rushers and all this kind of stuff. It's funny because while I'm on the phone, I'm actually on the computer, and I just saw something. It's the San Francisco 49ers draft in 2014, and it's the first 5 picks. And man, look, Jimmy Ward, Carlos Hyde, Marcus Martin, Chris Borland, Brandon Thomas, none of them on the team anymore. And and it's crazy because when you look back on it, I just feel like, man, we've just been one of the worst drafting teams in the NFL the last 3 years.
I know, right?
It's been bad. Besides DeForest Buckner, and we've had a lot of undrafted free agents who have actually made the team and done good stuff, like Matt Breida. Adrian Colbert was a 7th round pick.
Raheem Mostert.
Raheem Mostert.
A running back we had no idea had that kind of juice. My God.
We have a guy named Julian Taylor or something, a D tackle, who's supposed to have some promise, another late round pick.
From Philadelphia.
So we're getting these late round picks, but like last year, man, like our first 2, not last year, but the first draft with John Lynch and, having the first 2 picks, the story is still out on Solomon Thomas. I hope he gets it together, but man, I don't think he's going to live up to that number 3 overall pick. That's like a game changer right there, and
that's so
he's playing
sad.
like more of a backup guy,
Yeah.
So,
and if they do pick up Quinnen Williams, that's where he's going to end up being probably a backup guy. And we don't know what Contavious Street has to bring to the table, so he's going to be in rotation.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to bring that up. Contavious Street. There's another defensive lineman that we picked up last year, and that's another pick that when we picked him up last year, I was like, you know what? I don't know if that's it's a 4th round pick, and this guy is just coming off an ACL tear, and we've already gone through all that with the old
Trent.
GM Balky, and I'm like, there are still good players right there, offensive linemen, DBs, whatever it may be. I'm sure you can go back in that round and see 1 or 2 players that are in the NFL right now that might be kicking some ass. So I really hope he turns out up okay, because 4th round picks are no joke.
Yeah, a lot of times they turn out to be stars. I mean, look at our 5th round pick, George Kittle. That's an all-pro.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
So it's an eye for talent.
So what would you want to do right now? Because there are so many things we can do in this off season. It's going to be huge. with what's his name, John Lynch, because right now the options on the table for us are just so many. Like there's the option to pursue Odell if he comes available. There's Antonio Brown, who's looks like he wants to come play for us. Now it's going to take a lot to get him, but still, he's the smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So that's going on, and then you have the running back Le'Veon Bell. I know we have some backs, but he's an all-star, and we have the number 2 overall pick. We can take one of the 2 best pass rushers, or we could trade back and still a really good pass rusher in the top 10, or a top defensive back, or a top offensive lineman, whichever we choose to go. So we this is the year for John Lynch to kind of make his mark and take us to that next level.
Yeah, I agree but you don't want to complicate things too many. Because you focus on 2 or 3 positions. I don't know that the 49ers' entire roster needs to be combed over. Just my feeling. There's some positions that are pretty should be allowed to develop. I don't think we need a slot cover guy. If you do take a look at a cover corner, I'd like to see some of these guys come in from the draft. I'm not the draft, but from the free agency market. So this way, I'd love to see the 49ers be able to go ahead and get the best available player in the draft when their turn comes. If they're going to stick at number 2, or if they're going to trade down, they can just handpick whatever that's the best player that's at that position. If it's Quinnen Williams, if it happens to be if somehow Josh Allen falls down far, I don't know. It's just I want to get that best guy. We never get the top-rated guys. Derwin James is like an absolute monster.
I don't think we're going to be drafting this high after this year. If Jimmy Garoppolo stays healthy, with Kyle Shanahan, I mean, if we're a winning game for the 3rd-string quarterback, then with Jimmy G, we should be we should be winning 9 to 10 games a year. So we're not going to be picking in the top 10, hopefully, because of how our team is made up with Jimmy Garoppolo and our coach. But so this is going to be our last chance, hopefully, in a long time, picking in the top 5. So we got to make it count. So if let's just say right now Nick Bosa is probably going number 1. If he doesn't, then I think we pick him up. I think we have to draft him just because of all that potential and because he fits that defensive end need. And I think it'd be a home run. Now, if he's not there, right now it's looking like, to me, an hour ago, I just looked at Josh Allen's, senior highlights or his last year of highlights, and he kind of reminds me of Von Miller in the way where he can just slide around offensive tackles. I haven't seen too much power from him, but man, this guy is a turnover machine, and he can cover like a DB. It's crazy. I saw him 30 yards down the field. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then, he's running around 300-pound guys, and then he's causing forced fumbles from the quarterbacks. He has a nose for the ball. So this guy looks like he could be an all-around star, and there's even a small chance, maybe 2 months from now, people are talking about him going number 1. So right now I'm looking at it as it's either him or Bosa, and I think I'd be pretty happy with either.
Well, one or the other could be. Martin, we got to stop there, though, and appreciate you getting in here. I'll tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow night, too. All right?
Yeah, I'll try to call back. And I used to call on your show a lot, actually. I used to be 007.
Oh, yeah?
I used to call
you 007?
Yeah.
We haven't heard from you in a long time. All right, fam.
Yeah, it's been a
Good
while.
to hear from you.
It's glad to be back on the show. All right. I'll see you later, man. I'll be back tonight.
All right, Martin. Happy New Year. I'll tell you, we'll talk to you later then.
Happy New Year. See you later, boss.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, 007. I remember that real quick. Vader!
Ronbo, what's happening? What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, man. Everybody, in the middle of the week, we open up your phone or whatever apparatus you use to check out what the hell's going on.
Right.
And all of a sudden, AB and OBJ
Twitter,
are on
Instagram.
there.
Oh, yeah.
And I just,
how crazy
what?
things are getting here.
Yeah. And now options are coming up. And now, as I said, AB ain't going nowhere. Why do people keep talking about that? $22 million. If you were the Steelers, would you let AB leave? Now, it seems AB has done enough to tear his ass. So the Steelers are going to get rid of him at all costs. $21 million.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be there.
And he doesn't want to be there either.
Yeah,
he
he's
feels
not happy
disrespected.
anymore, Ronbo.
So
he
he
don't
got a
want
lot
to be
of
there
problems.
anymore.
Yeah. But forget about OBJ.
I don't know if he'll go to the Niners. Yeah, I don't know
No,
if he'll go to the
not
Niners
necessarily.
or OBJ, but it'd be nice to get him. I
Mm.
guess it'd be nice to have that deep threat. But again, we gotta see what the cost is going to be to be able to go after these guys. You know what I mean? I would like to have them both on the team, but reality is reality, and we haven't been doing very good on picking up players. So, like the other caller stated, he kind of opened my eyes to a little bit, maybe dropping back. I mean, if you look at this year's draft, I haven't really focused on it because I want to fix our internal problems first. The draft is a while away, but I would rather fix the internal problems first.
What internal problems?
Yeah, about dropping back.
What
Number
internal-
one. Oh, this is number one. This is my whole call for today. Tomorrow we'll talk about the draft, but today I want to fix our turn. Number one, Santa Clara, our stadium could no longer have any freaking concerts after the month of May. The grass is always tore up. I don't want to see no freaking Taylor Swift over there or anybody.
Wait a minute, Vader. Have you ever
performing on our
seen Taylor?
goddamn stadium.
Have you seen
This
Taylor
is a
Swift's show
football
though?
Stadium.
Vader.
Yeah, I don't care about her damn show. I care about my Niners winning and not getting injured. That's what I care about. Okay? If I want to see Taylor Swift, I go down to the damn local county fair.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Leave my stadium alone. Fix
I
it,
agree.
repair it, and no more contracts for this shit trying to pay this off and that off. I don't want to hear it. We're here trying to build a dynasty. And, don't put any more obstacles in our way. That's number one.
That's
Number two, strength and conditioning coach. We got to find one. We got to find a coach, but I would rather look for maybe 4 to 6 physicians. Not call them coaches, so they're not on our squad, but just strength and conditioning physicians, we'll call them.
Yeah.
And some work with the wide receivers, some work with the defense, some work with the offense.
Okay.
We got to keep these guys healthy. I don't understand why we're going down so much. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, how can we focus on going into this draft? We don't even know what the hell we have. We see Selleck tearing it up. All of a sudden, where did Selleck go? Is he still on the team?
I know.
And then all of a sudden, he comes out, he does a couple of plays. Trent Taylor, another one. Where did he go? What's going on here? And then, like you stated before, we're over here signing contract extensions for third string players and stuff like that, just so we can have players to play on Sunday. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
We got some major internal problems that we need to fix first before we even decide on looking at anybody on the damn draft board. You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Because the Levi Stadium thing's been
the
bothering me for a
product
long
they're
time.
giving us, right, Ronbo, the product they're giving us is just bullshit, man. I mean, this isn't right. And the thing is, I don't even know where to point the finger at, because the thing is, something's wrong. They're gonna know more than we do. They need to fix it, and they got this month to fix it. Start making phone calls. Start figuring out. Don't look at the draft. I don't give a shit who's coming out of the draft, because, again, we can get the best player in the world, but we don't know if he's going to figure our scheme. I mean, look at Robert Salas. He's trying to bring in this other scheme, and you got a couple of veteran players there. You got a bunch of newbies, and nobody's getting it. They're practicing all week, good to go, and then all of a sudden when it's game time, nobody knows what they're doing. That's an internal problem. We need to fix that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if we got to draw it in crayon so everybody understands. I mean, these new kids, these millennium kids, I don't even know if they ever picked up a book in their life. They live off of fucking Twitter and Facebook and relying on you to give us some shit. Oh, if Ronbo can read, he'll read it to us, and then we'll interpret. We'll try to interpret what he's trying to tell us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, forget the draft. Don't worry about the draft.
Yeah, some of the things, though, that you
Go
mentioned,
ahead, Ronbo.
they're not going to get fixed. I mean, they're going to leave us in Levi Stadium. But Vader, good stuff, man.
That I do. That I do understand. But the thing is, fix the field. Fix the field.
It's a multi.
Get a different gardener. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a multi-purpose venue. I really hate that. It is dangerous and scary too. But that's, boy, I tell you what.
Yeah.
They're already trying to get. Jed could say one word about that. Jed, don't talk to us. You owe us money. So Jed can't even say anything. So,
Right.
But Vader.
Right.
Absolutely good stuff.
But anyways, I will see you tomorrow, and we'll talk about the draft a little bit tomorrow. But anyways, shout out to TNT and too many in a while. So
I know,
here
all
tomorrow,
season.
man. And
One time.
season, huh? Well,
Two, maybe twice.
But maybe twice. Yeah. And
He's been a dad.
shout out to the Niner Empire, not Niner Nation, Niner Empire. And
Mm.
I will see you tomorrow, brother.
All right.
Let me go on, ready, go. Radio Ronbo Sports. Hit that like, people. Hit that like.
Hey, thanks, Vader. All right. And we now move from Cali to Philly. It's, or should I say, VA. It's Nighthawk. Well, he's kind of close to
Rambo, my man of the plan.
I never know what to expect from Nighthawk. Nighthawk.
No, I was trying to say, Rambo, my man with the nano plan.
Yeah. Hey, who is that? Oh, it's Joey.
No, it's not hard.
No, I mean, I just realized where I heard that before. That's Joey. Hey, Nighthawk, I know it's you, man. It's great to hear you, too, man. Nighthawk.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you get a chance to watch that game tonight, man? Did you watch Chicago?
Yeah,
Big Show's already talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. And it's then all of a sudden we see a tweet from Robbie Gould saying, I'm gonna leave my family here in Chicago, and we're not gonna move back to Cali right now due to the uncertainty of a contract. I said, oh no, John, why is Robbie feeling he should stay in Chicago? So it's a little weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got to have Robbie Gould.
Yeah, but I mean, if he wants to go, I hope he doesn't. But
no,
if a player wants to go, you think they should let them go or what?
No, certain players can go. I'm not Robbie. No. Robbie's got another year left in him, if nothing else. And next year is the main drive. I want that clutch foot on every play to be available. Dang. Robbie's already proven he's one of the best. Go ahead.
But I think Shanahan should sign him right now. I think Shanahan should sign him.
Should extend him in the middle of the season. You know, Robbie Gould, you see how many kickers, look at that clown in Chicago tonight. They could have been to the second round of the playoffs. He went and punched the ball up against the bar. Now, see, that's how important that is. You got to have Robbie Gould. He doesn't do that.
Yeah, I'm hoping John Lynch sign him right now.
Well, otherwise, I don't know who's going to be our kicker. And Bradley Pinion is also without a contract. So, you know, I guess they got plans. I hope. Oh, God.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Because I don't want him to go to Chicago. If he goes to Chicago, then that's it.
Well, no, the Bears will be in good shape. Robbie will be back where he might want to be, and the Bears get a great kicker. Sean called it and said it's not that easy to kick the ball in Chicago. One of the reasons why Robbie's production was going down is kicking in that ice-cold air is not all that easy. That's why Robbie Gould looks so good in San Francisco. You got that warm, hot, move-it-quick air, and Robbie just turned into a stud. But he kicked field goals other places, though, so I don't, you know.
Yeah. Well, I hope he doesn't go to Chicago, but if he does, oh well.
Yeah. Because Pecky will be fired. Pecky might be already fired. They might have told him after the game, pack your shit. There's nothing else to say. We'll send you. We'll add to your account your severance. Good luck to you. Damn it. We could have went to the second round if you just could have made the damn field goal. He's been doing that all year too. So.
I think if a player wants to go,
let him go.
Yeah. I think this is. I mean, for his decision.
Yeah. Got to. Nighthawk.
But I hope not. But if he does, oh well.
Now, I know you don't watch college football, but you do watch free agency, and you know about the possibility of a couple of wide receivers, and we need an edge rusher. Yeah. Hey, would you like to get all these guys out of free agency, or would you like to run the risk in the draft?
Well, I want some in the free agent. and then go in the draft.
Yeah. But wouldn't it be nice to fill the needs we have through free agency and then draft the best players that we can get? I always want to do that. Take care of the proven players, put proven players in places where we have a real problem. If we could get a real edge rusher, if we could get Von Miller to come to San Francisco, and then when the draft comes up, we pull Quinnen Williams in. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And see, now changes the complexity of the San Francisco 49er defense immediately.
I don't want to back him if they can get him.
Yeah, I don't think the Giants going to let him leave. The owner would get hung up by his fingernails. They got to make sure they can argue and fight with him, but they got to make sure at the end of the day he still stays in the Giants uniform. That'd be something like us if they said, "Well, we're not happy with George Kittle asking for more money. We've decided to let him go." What? We'd be livid. So.
Like I said, I borrow it, but I find the edge rush. If you trade down, and maybe you can find.
You gotta get the edge rusher first, though. Oh, well, you might be able to get an edge rusher in the draft. Oh, yeah. If it's not a first-round pick, though, he's probably going to be so-so.
He might.
Yeah, well, they have that choice. They're first. So, well, Nighthawk.
I gotta give a.
Yeah. All right. And Happy New Year to all those guys and you too, Nighthawk.
I want to get one of those shout outs to Yamin, and what's his name? I forgot.
I can't. Oh, I know. You're thinking about. I know you're talking about. He hasn't been around for a while too. Roberto, right? Yeah. All right, Nighthawk. In the meantime, let me give you a shout out. Niners!
Hit that light. I'm out.
Because I was waiting for that, man. And Nighthawk is out. All right, Nighthawk. Have a good night, huh? Oh, man. And we go to... Oh, Okie Niner again. Okay. He says, what it do, Ronbo? Just finished barbecuing. Okie, man, you know how much everybody loves him some Q? Well, hey, what did you Q? Don't get me talking about food. Oh. And, hey, Tyler.
Ronbo?
You.
Let me holler at you.
Do you need an intro?
No. Let me holler at you.
Go ahead, I'm listening. Let me have it.
I remember weeks ago before we played Seattle.
Yeah.
And you're gonna. I know you're gonna deny this. You said,
I'm already ready.
I said. I remember specifically. You said. I'll tell you because I said I really want to beat Seattle. You're like, I'll tell you something, Tyler. We're not going to beat Seattle this year. And I'll tell you something else, too. And that's all I remember from it. But you said we're not going to beat Seattle. So you owe the Niner Empire an apology.
Wait a minute. What week did you ask? How long ago did you ask me that, though?
I think it was right before the Denver game.
See? Because, I had already had.
Seattle the
I
first
thought
time.
I already believed in Nick Mullins. That's kind of interesting. I can't believe I said that. I do remember saying something like that, though, so I'm not going to deny it. Because the Hawks were playing great football, and I figured we were going to get beat up, but I didn't know.
But you know what I thought was funny?
What?
I thought it was funny. Dak Prescott, after the game, he's like, we just played a great Seattle team. I'm like, whoa, stop right there. They're not great. They lost to our third-string quarterback, backup wide receivers, backup fourth-string running back, backup corner, backup defensive lineman, backup safeties, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. They're not a great team. So, Dak, you can be proud of yourself for winning a playoff game, but come on. Don't kid yourself.
Let's not do that. And also, I hope they bring a better game next week because I really would have appreciated Chicago or Philadelphia going into play LA next week because they're liable to beat the Cowboys. I kind of get a feeling. But you know that it takes a solid defense and a run game, and that's all it should take to beat the Rams. So I got a feeling it may be okay because the Rams, I mean, we're looking at Alfred Morris running over 100 yards against the Rams. So, I've got a good feeling about that. Zeke will pull off 160. So
I don't know about Dallas winning that game, but I can tell you one thing. Between Philadelphia and New Orleans, whenever they play each other next weekend, whoever wins that is going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And look out for Nick Mullins. If anybody thinks Nick Mullins is just going to go in there and get his brains beat out, better think again. There's something strange about Nick Mullins. God.
Yeah. And, people are always talking about how, with the draft and everything. Okay. If I had to pick between Antonio Brown or Odell Beckham, I'd take Odell Beckham because he's younger.
Right.
But the Steelers, I think if they're interested in trading Antonio Brown, from what I've heard, I'm sure they're going to allow him to talk to teams. So if Shanahan can get him on the phone or meet with him or something, that would be great for us.
Yeah.
And then if they find out where his head's at, what he's thinking, then maybe make the move.
But Tyler, he's going to go into a situation that's actually currently pissing him off now. He's not going to get every shot on the field. If that bothers him, it's the same thing with Dez Bryant. Why I didn't want him over here is because I said, these guys need to buy into the team concept. If the weakness of the team happens to be whoever George Kittle is rolling on or whatever, you got to let that happen and support it. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it.
You see,
That's why I like Odell Beckham a little better, because Odell Beckham he has reasons to complain, but he doesn't really do that. He has a quarterback that is not getting. Eli Manning is not good. The morons that say that he should be in the Hall of Fame are nut jobs. His team was good enough to win a couple Super Bowls, but come on, he's not a Hall of Famer. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No, Phil Rivers hasn't won any Super Bowls, and he's a Hall of Famer.
Who?
He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Who?
Phil Rivers.
Oh yeah, probably. Phil Rivers has had a lot of. God, that's a good point, Tyler. Do you put Manning in ahead of Rivers? Super Bowls usually will. If you win more than one, that'll usually get you into the Hall of Fame. Russell Wilson's probably going to end up in the Hall of Fame just because he's Russell Wilson.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, but you saw the video, Jimmy G and Sherman partying with Nelly out in Vegas.
Just keep Jimmy away from those certain kind of girls. He's got a thing about that. So yeah, just keep him out there dancing and having a good time. No more TMZ shots.
Jimmy, I'll tell you what, Jimmy. Go get yourself a nice, fine, young blonde and take her under your wing. But do not get anybody like Kiara, man. That's the problem. Go get yourself a nice young woman. But don't go after someone who's in their 40s and has a big rack and,
Tyler, you're making it tough on Jimmy. He can't avoid these things. I'll tell you something else, too. I promise you they're still communicating.
No. Better not be. Go get yourself like a Bella Danger or something.
I know. And Tyler, I tell you what, man, we're going to talk about the draft a lot, but Quinnen, he's going to be playing tomorrow night. I didn't even realize. But listen, who's your first round pick if Joey Bosa is available, or if Quinnen Williams? What if the Cardinals trade down and pick up a bunch of picks and draft picks for the next 2-3 years, which is possible? Who are you taking?
Well, if somebody's trading to the first pick, I don't think they'd be picking a quarterback. None of these quarterbacks are worth the first overall pick.
Yeah, but if you have Blake Bortles on your team, yes, they are.
Well, they would fall to the Jaguars anyway. But
yeah.
I think if the Jaguars are picking a quarterback, they should go with the Ohio State Haskins dude. I watched him play against against Washington the other day. And, he did a pretty good job. Impressive. So I'd probably take him over the Missouri guy. But what I'm interested to see tomorrow is Trevor Lawrence, because he's been number one his whole life. I want to see him under pressure with the game on the line. So for the Clemson kid, because in a few years, I'm sure he's going to be a top 10 quarterback draft pick.
What?
And also Tua Tagovailoa, next year he's going to be a first-round quarterback too. So
there you go. So maybe they should deal with Bortles one more year, give him another chance.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Tua would fit in with Jacksonville. I think that makes sense for him. But I'm not saying they should put up a Bortles. They should try to sign somebody who's a little better than him for a year, and then maybe go for somebody else. But I mean, if Jaguars are picking a quarterback, go with Haskins. But at least if you're going in the first round. But to answer your question, Williams is a freaking beast. I would not have a problem with picking him, but I would rather have Bosa, because we see what the Watt brothers are doing. They're both beasts. T.J. Watt's been more impressive than J.J. this year, arguably, if you look at the numbers.
Yeah.
And so, like, I know that's not necessarily a good way to pick your guy, but it shows in his blood that he can do it. They both went to the same school. They're putting up relatively, like, the same stats. So, I mean.
And they've had the same teacher. I mean, yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I like Nick Bosa. I just watching Quinnen, I just realized what people are saying about what he would do to the 49ers defensive line.
He's a wrecking machine.
Yeah, it
and
would
you know what? I'm still dreading. I've been thinking about it. Man, what if Patrick Willis hadn't retired, man? I've just been thinking about that. He could have been better than Ray Lewis.
Yeah, by now.
I'm just thinking about it. Like 30 years old and you retire. Come on. And remember Chris Borland when he abandoned us after 1 year? He's like, I'm afraid of getting a concussion.
Who can forget it, man? Well, Tyler, we're gonna go. I tell you what, I'm gonna be back tomorrow night. We're done taking Mondays off, so I'll see you tomorrow if you got some time.
So you're going back to red and gold?
Yeah, red and gold we're working on that. But tomorrow night we'll be back on the air, Monday Night Raw. Right.
Awesome. And you can just go back and keep on laughing at Jimmy and Richard Sherman partying with Nelly, man.
I saw that.
Go back and keep laughing at him. I was dying when I saw that. Just like, you just see how happy Jimmy is. I mean, he's been through so much this year.
I tell you. That's why I know Kiera's in his room. Waiting for him to get back.
Go get yourself a nice, fine young woman, Jimmy. You don't need to be with this old man. Come on, Jimmy.
We got to tell. I'm just kidding.
All right, Ronbo.
See you tomorrow.
Love you, man.
Oh, Chad, that's great.
Love you, Ronbo.
Hey, love you back, fam. Happy New Year, by the way, too.
All right.
All right.
You too. Pipe bomb.
Hey, Yamin.
Ronbo, what's good with you?
Yamin. You know what?
Ronbo?
I'll tell you what, man. We're just looking over what we're going to do here next. And I just see Julius Peppers. Your guy is still available. I said, you know what? The 49ers ought to go ahead and get Julius Peppers, man. Julius Peppers is not getting any older. In fact, he's getting as many sacks as ever. So bring him on in to Santa Clara for a year and see what we can do with him.
Right. Hey, Ronbo, you already know how Jimmy, I tell Peppers, come on, join the Niners. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. And you know, and the conversation is still rolling around about that man, Mr. Brown out of Pittsburgh, and also, of course, OBJ. I noticed the conversation simmered down a little bit about OBJ, but it picked up on AB. And I heard the story about AB and I had to laugh. AB was so mad on the sidelines. He threw a football at Roethlisberger. I think he was trying to hit him.
He said, Roethlisberger had all these fucking years. This is how you treat me.
There's a real problem. A family affair out in Pittsburgh is taking a turn for worse. And AB wants out. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have said, you can get out too. You go get out before the deadline, before we have to pay you a bonus, which you're not appreciative. I bet they get loud with each other out now. You know it.
Hey, Ronbo, I think, Pittsburgh, they better slow their roll because I was thinking about something earlier. Now, if Antonio leaves and if Mike Tomlin leaves, I think Mike Tomlin might go to the Packers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think Tomlin's going to stay right. I think he's going to stay in Pittsburgh. I don't think Tomlin's interested in leaving.
Right.
But he is tired of Le'Veon. And in that chapter, went to chapter 2, Antonio Brown.
Because
Tomlin.
Ronbo, I don't think we're gonna get Antonio Ronbo.
I don't think so either, but it's just being tossed around, you know.
Right, because I know who is going have a chance to come to the Niners.
Who's that?
Julio.
You think so?
You know what I'm saying?
How come? Well,
Yeah.
what makes you think so?
Yeah. Why I think so is because Julio he going to tell Matt, look, you know what I'm saying? Matt, the Falcons, I love y'all, but I'm trying to get me a ring before I retire. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that,
he did his best work with Kyle Shanahan, and I need to go over there with him.
Right. And Ronbo, if anything, I think we might get Julio. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they need to talk to my old head Cam Jordan. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Like Ronbo.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I said maybe. You never know. Because the thing is, where are you going to put Cam? Whose place is he going to take?
Cam? Cam Jordan?
Yeah.
Cam Jordan he gonna play the middle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Solomon. Hold on. Solomon inside tackle, right?
Well, we're not sure what Solomon is. They're still trying to figure out. But I think the inside would be where it belongs.
Because like Ronbo, I think you get Cam Jordan in there, and you got Solomon T, and we still got Buckner, we still got Julius, my youngin from Temple.
Oh, Taylor, Julian Taylor.
Yeah, right. Still got Julius Taylor.
And you got Katavius Street.
Right. So we can't get a Bosa. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, Ronbo. Can we still get draft picks from Reuben Foster?
Oh, compensatory pick. I always forget. Maybe we have 6 picks.
Right.
I think you know what? Reuben Foster has to. Okay, I think he's going to be with the Redskins because the fact is, if he didn't get back into the league, I don't know if we get a compensatory pick for that or not. But since he's going to have to go through some league punishment, and then I think he can play with the Skins next season probably. All the charge. You already know the charge has been dropped against Reuben again, so you know.
Right, for sure. God bless the Reuben and God bless the Reuben and his baby mom, and I hope they get that together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Ronbo, if we could, get that that draft pick from Ruben, then we will have 6 draft picks. And if we can use that joint, I mean, we can have two first-round draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe...
You said 2 first-round draft picks. You know what I mean?
Well, either 2 first-round draft picks or...
But why?
Huh?
Why would we be getting 2 first-round draft picks for Ruben?
No. My fault, Ronbo. Because we got the second-round draft pick, right?
We got that. Well, we got number 2 in the first round.
I'm tripping, Ronbo. Forgive me. We got the second pick in the draft, right?
Right. Currently.
And we can use the Reuben Foster Jones for either a draft pick or another
trade.
Another trade.
Yeah. You can always use it for that. Or anything else you want to use it for. Yeah. That's true. I don't know what round pick we'd get for Ruben though. That's the only thing. I guess we'll find out later.
Ronbo, did you ever hear the young boy, Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan, NBA's Michael Jordan?
No, I think he played for, Ohio State. And,
no, but listen, I'm gonna have to wind it up. You know what? Tomorrow night, and you think of that guy, I'm gonna go look him up and see what you're talking about. Let's get together again tomorrow. It's Monday Night Raw returns tomorrow, okay? So I'll be looking for you.
Ronbo, did you get my messages on there during the Eagles game?
I think so. I always forget. Your last name on the chat is Lee. It's Brian Lee.
Right. Yeah.
You know what? No, go ahead. I have to go back and look. But yeah, I may have missed him because I was watching the game. I take my eye off the chat every now and then. But tell you what was it?
Yeah, Ronbo, it's Brian Lee. I was checking these Dallas fans because. I don't want these Dallas fans to start talking about tilapia fish. It's copywritten by the Niner Empire. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's copywritten by the Niner Empire. Ronbo Sport.
Yeah. I mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm going to look for you tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo. Salute to the Niner Empire. I'm out.
All right.
I love you, Ronbo.
I love you. There he goes. Always leaves with a swish mark. Oh, man. Oh, Yamin's probably, it must be partying going on all around him right now. The Eagles won. Hey. Marissa Astorga. He said, I need an installment on the faithful who's rooting for any of these teams that are in the playoffs. You know, though, Marissa, it's just a thing of like something occupied time. No, there's no real affiliations. We're just laughing at who loses and who wins. See, because like watching the Rams lose next week is a pleasure. But the bad thing about it is, unfortunately, I don't know how these teams, the Hawks and Cowboys, that was a game that you just, and now Cowboys and Rams, all we can do is hate all over. I don't have any hatred for Chicago or Philadelphia, actually. I would like to see one of them next week play against the frigging Rams. No. Anyway. And then question 6 asks you, don't forget to check out Hakeem Butler, all right? And Coach says, I like Frank Clark and C.J. Mosley in free agency. Makes our defense better right away. And then if we get a young edge rusher in the draft while still moving down, adding picks, huge. Yeah. Now, that's the ideally what you want to do. And Jux 373, you remember how you wanted Vita Vale last year, and now you can have Quinnen Williams? Yeah. And I was thinking about Vita when I was looking at Quinnen. Quinnen seems even more. Vita's like just a huge tornado was moving around. I was attracted by that. Quinnen actually stands there and dares you to touch him. It's like people run into him and he just moves them out the way. Running backs come running by what he thinks are blockings. Wham! It's such a rush, that kind of power. And I got a feeling I'm going to end up liking Quinnen Williams anyway between now and draft night. I can see it coming. Coach says Brandon Graham is too fat. He was not a factor today against the Bears. Frank Clark is stops. He can play run, pass, or drop in coverage if he need be. And that's what he's playing for, Seattle. Same team. You know, it's a good point. I did think Graham was looking a little heavy. So, yeah. Mr. Joe Papping says best case scenario, we overpay a guy like Clowney, or more realistically Fowler, and then Bosa falls to us at number 2. By the time Bosa would need to be paid, the big C. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's hard to plan like that, though. When you start looking for whatever players are in when you run your draft, the player you have now, is he going to be used up by the time this rookie contract runs out? Kind of a scary thing. Anyway, hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Rumble?
Hey, Bethel. You can see we're already looking at the draft versus free agency, Bethel. Where are you at on this matter?
Me, I think about it like, nobody has said it. How about if Kyle's doing this? How about if Kyle is, try to bait somebody in? Because when you're in the draft and you're looking for players, you can't get a lot of good picks because they want you to. They know you need that pick. You need those pieces, so they won't give you much. But when you list a bait like you're doing right now with New York, you say you want Odell Beckham. You say you want to get him.
Yeah.
And now
they can
get
you now.
They're gonna go and get a quarterback. Oh, and we need a quarterback. You know what? We'll give you all this stuff. And will you take it for that second round pick? Now you get better picks. Now you get a better chance of getting better stuff than if you're gonna go give out some stuff and go, okay, you know what? I'll give you this. I'll give you that. I'll give you the first round pick. And they're hardly not gonna want to give you anything because they know you're gonna want to go after that player.
Of course.
That's what we did to the Bears. We only went down, a couple of draft picks. Probably that's what they're doing. Because if somebody really
you got a player like Odell
quarterback-
Beckham Jr., you're going to ask for 2 top-round picks, not just 1, 2.
Yeah, and like the Jaguars and some other teams, they need a quarterback.
Yeah.
So
you don't like Blake Bortles?
So yeah,
Go Blake!
Like a lot of people said it, they should have not paid him
Last
that
year.
kind of money.
Stupid.
Yeah, because you're not gonna know what you're gonna get.
Well,
And
they
look what
did
happened.
know what they had, which is really more stupid. What are you playing Blake Bortles for? Guys having all kinds of problems. Sure enough, this year, the problems caused them to be high in the draft.
Yeah, because if they're gonna get one of those free agent quarterbacks that maybe cost them good money, and if you could actually get a rookie quarterback, and plus they're willing to give away their CB because they don't want him there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So if they could get rid of him and they could get, a rookie quarterback, because look at the rookie quarterbacks, what they're doing right now. You never thought, Baker Mayfield was gonna win that much games.
And that's
You never
soon
thought,
true.
Yeah.
Because the Browns end up in the playoffs next year.
Lamar Jackson, went to the playoffs. There was some, but only because they didn't have the kind of talent that they need around them.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's just how you play the game. And Kyle, I think, is trying to play the game right now. So later on, when you hear, ring, ring, Kyle, hey, I'll give you, these picks for that second rounder.
Yeah.
You have a better chance of, seeing who gives you the better deal than actually doing it in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
In the,
during the draft. There's going to be a lot of negotiations going on whenever it's legal. I'm not sure when that could start. It might be a little bit after the Super Bowl, but yeah. It is good. Because there's bonuses that are going to come up soon for some players if you don't get rid of them. Even Eric Armstead, the 49ers have until March, I believe, whether or not they're going to make up their mind whether they're going to keep him or they guarantee the entire $9 million. So these are things that people are worried about right now as far as owners go.
Yeah, so, so there's, so Kyle is thinking up of what he was going to do in the draft, and
has to.
I think that's one thing that you're not gonna expect something, but you're gonna go, oh shit, we got him, and then plus we could still get a good guy in the draft. It depends on what team they work with.
Oh, and Bethel, it's going to be easy because they're going to be coaching the Senior Bowl, right? Kyle Shanahan and John Gruden, so they can get these players up close and see everything about how they work. So it should be interesting.
Yeah,
and that's going to bring back some picks.
That everybody that has worked in the Pro Bowl has always got a good draft pick out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you Senior Bowl. So that tells you who's worth drafting and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, it might, next year, it's gonna be good for us. So
absolutely.
Hopefully.
No doubt about it, Bethel.
It's
We just need to stay healthy.
But...
We just need to stay healthy, Bethel, and we'll be contending. Bethel, hey, tell you what, Monday Night Raw returns tomorrow. I'm going to go, and let's look for you tomorrow night, okay?
Yeah, and then plus, right now, Jimmy G is throwing some reps. He's not doing big things, but, that's a good sign right there that, he's working already. So,
by
next year he's going to be ready.
And he's in Vegas dancing around, so he's okay. All right, Bethel.
Yeah.
Let's say goodnight. And as I say, I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Oh, yeah, and one of the things that I seen in the playoffs, the thing that made a difference was the defense on all of them except Indianapolis Colts. That was probably the only one that the defense on the other side didn't step up. But on other games, the defense was the one that stepped up. And I think a lot of games wouldn't have been won if it wasn't for the defense.
Absolutely. And it's always that way, Bethel. Always will be. Defense wins championships.
All right,
All right, Bethel.
Good
You have a
show,
good night.
Ronbo,
Be looking forward to hearing
always,
from you tomorrow. All right?
Yeah.
All right, Bethel.
Good night, Ron.
Good night. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I always get a kick. And Big Show, he just doesn't believe it. But, stacking up offensive players is only going to get your brains beat out worse in the playoffs. There was no offense tonight. And actually there was no offense yesterday either when you think about it. And as a matter of fact, there's Big Show now. Pass rush. What pass rush? Khalil Mack sure as hell didn't help the Bears win tonight. But, Big Show, did you see the score? What was it that won that game? It wasn't miles and miles of offense. Because, Big Show, what you've got to come to grips with, good defense will stop a top offense, not sometime, every time. And I mean every time. Every championship. And Big Show, when you get a chance, look back to the page of the Super Bowl. Show me a team that was heavily offensive and poorly defensive and won a Super Bowl. Take your time on that. You're going to need it. And, hey, Mr. Joe Pappy says, I heard Gould on the Niners Insider podcast. He said he kept his family in Chicago because he doesn't know where he's playing. John, how come Robbie doesn't know where he's playing? I don't understand this. Oh, that's going to be some riots now. Everybody wants Robbie Gould back. This ain't a thing about left, right, or whatever. Everybody likes Robbie Gould on this team. He's done way too much. When we didn't have anything else scoring, we had Robbie Gould scoring. They'll correct that. And Jeff Tan says they like Jimmy G in Vegas singing with Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. Boom, boom, boom. Can you imagine that's going to be the 49ers theme song next year? As they're walking off the field. La, 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 la. 49ers. And I already see 7-1 to start the season. Is that unrealistic? All we need is health. I've been begging for that. That's all the 49ers will, especially now. Just stay on the field. That's all it takes. And we'll be fine. Hey, okay, now you're killing me. He said barbecuing. He's feeling great. Hot tub and steaks. Okay, now you know how to live, man. Dang. Everybody wish they could come over. Hey. All right. Oh, man. Tell you what, fam. I'm washed up. I mean, it's been a long day. So I guess we're going to go ahead and we're going to say goodnight. I get the phones done. Okay. So, fam, hey, tomorrow night, the return of Monday Night Raw. Any gripes? And you know what? We can gripe now because it's like this is that point in the year. We didn't really complain. Well, we did. Monday Night Raw was, actually, I couldn't go on last 3 weeks. There's been a lot of complaining on Monday night. If you've been saving it up, the platform will be all about that tomorrow. Have a great night, fam. See you tomorrow. And please, wait. Don't forget to hit the like real quick. There. I like likes. Collect likes. I really look back at it like pumps my ego. Niners!